Hello and welcome everyone to New Moon 2021, Cycle 12, also known as Blood Moon number 3. So today I'm your host, Player Zero, and this will mark the first of our Blood Moon stream series. So we have a lot of exciting matches coming up, but before we get there, let me just explain what is Blood Moon and how it works. Um, 1 second, sorry. Okay, is the sound better now? Okay, so basically New Moon is our weekly round robin tournament series. Um, it's a round robin tournament, which means everyone plays each other, and it's also played throughout the week. What that means that people don't have to worry about their availability, and we have public setup. So before each match, our casters will go through the setups, which will explain how the builds look. And after 3 weeks of New Moon, we have Blood Moon, which is where we are now. Basically, Blood Moon is the more competitive tournament where the winner will receive the special Moon Master role. And without further ado, joining us on commentary today will be Nerif and Sol. Hello, guys.
Hey guys, it's great to be here, and I can't wait to get some amazing sets today.
All right, time to get these battles started. I am excited to see what kind of bloodshed we'll get in the matches today.
All right, let's head into our first match for the day.
All right, so
the first
sorry, you
match
go ahead.
is going to be Master versus Weenie Whistle. Tell me your thoughts, Dareth. What you got?
So it's S Code versus V Code, Falzar versus Gregar, and we've seen Masters chip shuffle set up before, I believe, and I think we've seen some pretty interesting combos coming out of this using those the ice seeds and train arrows and just all the aqua chip combinations. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this plays out, because it could be pretty disastrous for either player. Pretty low HP thresholds, right? 1350 for Master, not able to squeeze in too much thanks to that huge chip shuffle, but at the same time, it's a 1500 HP air shoe setup coming from Weenie Whistle, so definitely could swing either way. A lot of really volatile combinations are possible here. On Weenie Whistle's side, you've got that Super Vulcan that can be beefed up with that white capsule on attack plus 30. I don't see a double point in there, but you know, even with just the attack plus 30 and beast boost, that is still a lot of damage.
I do think the absence of double point here, it might be a bit of a mistake. Maybe finding room for it in the form of maybe removing one of the train arrows, or maybe it's kind of tough to say after that, really, right? Because all these chips seem so good, but there are a couple of things that I think kind of hold this folder back a little bit. Is the lack of one more area grab, and the fact that your HP is lower than 1400, like 50 HP doesn't seem like the biggest difference. So I guess there's room for that, but usually in a build like this, you'd see maybe recovers in the folder, or maybe even like Tango to help circumvent that lower HP threshold. But there's none of that here, right? So having something like double point to bolster that offensive power is so much more important in some ways.
Yeah, I could go either way on it because S-Code is a pretty combo heavy. There's a lot of combo potential in S-Code. The chips kind of blend together really well, and there's a lot of elemental coverage. There's a lot of things going on for it, so I could see it working even with a low HP like 1350 and this chip shuffle build, especially because it is basically a mono code here from Master, right? There's none of the elemental, or not elemental, but the splash, the defensive splash that you usually see like Life Aura and Sanctuary. And you see that on Weenie Whistle's side over there, Life Aura and Sanctuary both over there. Got that Kernel Force as well. The nice thing about S-Code is that Grab Banish is it's just waiting for you right there. It's in code, yeah. And obviously there's Slash Man SP, which is actually it does feel like a bit of a waste. Like you said, there's only those 2 area grabs, and Slash Man it does do more damage based on the area if you use it from the back, especially. So probably not going to get maximum damage on the Slash Man, but that damage on Slash Man SP is very nice, especially with the extra area.
I do have to say though, this folder is nothing to scoff at. The synergy with Aqua across here is gonna be insane. We have the Bubble Stars for ×2, Twin Arrows, the Aqua Dragons, and even Ice Seed is in there for that combo potential because you will be able to freeze somebody with the Ice Chip and then follow up with something else right after that. It's gonna be pretty potent. So yeah, I do definitely see the ability to put out a lot of offensive pressure here, but it's gonna be contingent on you landing those strategies, right? You're gonna have to make sure you hit most of your marks because one Swift combo can mean the biggest difference in this match, especially when you're playing against a Greygar.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing I do see here is there's this one wind rack on Master's side. And you can see 2 wind racks on Weenie Whistle's side. Obviously, Weenie Whistle's playing Greygar, so those 2 wind racks are in there just for that that extra bit of flexibility against Life Aura, which Master doesn't have. But only having 1 wind rack here, it does mean if there's a critical situation and you're up against like Erase Beast, right, and you want to get that D-Cross, you're gonna have to hit that wind rack. And if they manage to like step into you during your wind rack and dodge it, that's going to be an issue. So that's one possibility I foresee in this matchup right here.
All right, the combatants are set, so let's see who will win in this net battle. I wonder if we could get copyright stricken for that comment. Actually, I so stole that from Death Battle. That's whew. Oh boy.
All right, so looking at Master's wonderful chip shuffle right there, you see gonna bring in this focus and some defense here. Probably pop Weenie Whistle's rush with that invis right off the bat before going back into cust.
Yeah, definitely one of the best ways to start off the match with getting rid of those pesky beat and or, you know.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's not what you want to sneak. That was perfectly lined up and everything. Gets the charge tackle for the troubles as well. But we at least do get the end of turn trigger for rush here, so it's not looking too bad. And of course, we do have shuffle here too, right? So Master's not really hurt on momentum. Oh, this is not a bad hand at all. We get our area back here and a +1 on area for ourselves. You know, I honestly wouldn't even mind the 2 area grabs if there was 1 more grab banish, right? Maybe even then.
I mean, I think in a specific matchup, just having the 2 area grabs is okay. It's not bad because Weenie Whistle's only running 3.
Last man will come out here from Weenie Whistle's side, but we're not going to see a cross change from Weenie Whistle, which will be a bit problematic. Oh, not when you have a Life Aura. Never mind. Don't charge tackle. Do not charge tackle that. Okay, very nice. You don't want to charge tackle into a ice cube because that will destroy your barrier.
Yeah, and that was a very well-timed final charge tackle there to dodge the ×2 Bubble Star 3.
Okay, Windrak will get, oh, confirm into double ice there. That was really interesting. Oh, and we do see the A press a little too late as the custom gauge opens up. That would have been a huge decross and a freeze. Oh, nice. Stepping back was the best option here. But these panels will come back to Weenie Whistle. Oh no!
Oh, no.
One more step. Ooh. Ooh. No. Okay, game 2.
Yeah, Colonel Force closes that one out for Weenie Whistle. Weenie Whistle doing a really good job here, dodging a lot of these offensive options from Master.
I think Master's gonna have to mix up the offensive pressure just a little bit. I do think it was really good that they were able to get into Aqua Cross and start putting on some pressure. But we do know that Weenie Whistle has 2 Elect Dragons in that folder, so maybe going into something like Aqua Cross so early isn't the play because we want to see at least one of those lightning chips and have some defense for the second, right? Ooh. This is not a good situation here. Charge Tackle is lightning elemented. And there's no way. Oh! Oh, well, no. There's no way, yeah. There's no way to really get a punish with Bamboo Sword from that range because Charge Tackle can go 3 spaces ahead. So you'd have to be in your back row to kind of even think about baiting them forward.
Ooh, and this turn 2 Spout Cross again, gonna pop the anti-damage with Grab Banish here. Oh, and 2 hits with the charged Aqua Dragon.
There's the damage potential we were just talking about. Ooh, Aqua Dragon is the Aqua Dragon true combo with that ice, thankfully. The D-Cross also added on to that damage as well. Honestly, I don't think you would want to keep both. Yeah, I would shuffle out. Yeah, I think this is a good trade here.
Yeah, you gotta keep in mind, Weenie Whistle doesn't have recoveries either, so this 210 HP, we're gonna see if Weenie Whistle can pull up some defense to hold on to it.
Oh, and going into Elec is actually the worst possible play. Oh, the accidental TFC Life Aura will come up. But thankfully, Master does have Windrak in hand, and because of this Elec, the D-Cross will happen, and there it is. Nice!
Yeah, we're really seeing the benefits of that elemental coverage in S-Code, really threatening a lot of Weenie Whistle's crosses at the same time.
Honestly, Weenie Whistle wanted to go Elec there, and it's not a bad position to be in, especially since you think you have Life Aura, right? You want to threaten that Aqua with that electric ×2, maybe get a D-Cross, but having all the right pieces in hand thanks to that shuffle ability just immediately allowed this reversal to take place, and being in Elec was at that point in time the worst possible decision Weenie could have made, unfortunately.
Yeah, especially keeping in mind that wood chips tend to not flinch you, so it's just leaving you vulnerable to that follow-up damage as well.
You know, I honestly would have, yeah, I would have went ice there just to get the ice with the positive movement. Oh, but there is a Grab Banish in hand, so I guess that doesn't really matter anymore. Ooh, but we do see a nice little combo here. I think starting off with the Grab Banish is the best idea. Yeah. Yes, and then go with Dragon into Eraseman?
Yeah, definitely, I think the Dragon into Erase Man would be the optimal damage.
That's not what we get here. Oh, yo! Okay, never mind. I guess you knew something that we didn't. Can you get a charge shot in though? I doubt it. Oh no, the whole slide happens. Oh, but we are positive on area here. Ooh, and you're sliding around. Last man. Oh, that would have been amazing, but unfortunately, anti-damage will take care of that. Oh, but
Oh,
races to the invisible. Oh my gosh! Wow. Oh my gosh! Weedy Whistle throwing out as much damage as soon as possible just to get to that invis at the back.
yeah, very clutch invis there, stopping that double damage and the decross.
A change here would be decent, but at the same time, okay, so we saw Blast Man come out. I don't think we've seen Element Man come out from Weenie Whistle side yet, so there is an opportunity for some fire to happen. Oh, but being unable to walk forward will be the downside here. Weenie Whistle playing very well with the defense here. Oh, and the movement so crisp. Because of those holes, it is unfortunate that Master can't step back here, but a Beast Out easily takes care of that problem. This is why fouls are so good. A very smart cross change into a counter hit. Ooh, the damage here.
Yeah, and it looks like that final bamboo sword was mashed out, but that probably was for the better considering Weenie Whistle still had that invis in hand. So trying to charge it might have been punished by that invis.
Really well played from Master. I'm not sure if it was a read, but it definitely did work out in their favor, so we take those. 100% every time. Yeah. Ooh, and the perfect change. I'm a little surprised going into. Oh, but both those aqua chips missed. Can you chip charge this? No chip charge. Interesting. I think those attacks were rushed out a little too soon. I definitely think you could have landed a couple of those and still dealt with the aura.
Yeah, definitely a lot of near misses that turn for Master. Weenie was so even able to take down that flash bomb on the holy panel.
Both opponents have such low HP. I mean, 1,000 is pretty good, but we all know this HP pool is fake. It just takes one opportunity to do a massive amount of damage. Oh, and the panels came back?
Ooh,
Slashman will give.
catching Weenie Whistle off the holy panel with that though.
Oh! Immediate beast over. That was. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Yeah, Immediate beast over here by Master. This is the best decision you could possibly make at this point in time. Wow, what unfortunate timing for Weenie Whistle to get the end of turn. Oh, but didn't even bother leaving it either. Oh, dang, that was rough.
Yeah, well played to Master and Weenie Whistle there. Weenie Whistle almost clawing their way back in with that Super Vulcan, almost able to take that final game.
Yeah, that was extremely close by both players. Whew, a nail biter for sure. I don't even know if I can sit through the rest of these. This is this is really this is scary stuff, man.
Yeah, that was a scary first set for today. Hopefully our next set is just as intense. So yeah, and I think with that I believe we can head into the setups for our next set of the day.
Yeah, our next set will be Sharona Nep versus All Risk. All right, looking at these folders here, I love the E code folder personally. I've never really ventured into it too much, but being able to have Element Man EX and SP all in the same like folder potentially is just so devastating. Just the elemental damage that those chips put on is just insane, especially Element Man SP when you could just mash A for a quick 240 fireball, or you can get those ice conversions. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's for sure. E-code, I feel like, personally, I feel like I see it as more of a Gregor code because, especially this iteration that Sharona is
Interesting.
using. Because you see that Fireburn 3, Elec Pulse 2, the machine gun, Elec Sword, a lot of stuff that gets boosted by the flat boosts coming out of the Gregor crosses, if you think about it. So there's going to be a lot of plus 50s, a lot of plus 30 to random chips in there. So if those, obviously you have to broadcast that, hey, I probably got a fire chip here that's going to be boosted when you go into heat cross, right? Not always the best idea, but and same goes for Elec Cross getting that flat boost, but still a lot of damage, and that Elec Pulse 2 being in code really helps pull people out of the flinching status.
You know, I've gotta say, Sharona's Navicus build is the most intriguing to me right now because of that awesome ability, anti-damage. It gives you a sort of win condition or defensive capability outside of your Beast Rush combos, or for when you're out of those Beast Rush combos, you can play the base man strategy and try to like deny your opponent their most powerful chips. Like Kernel Force can kind of get completely walled by your back B if it's not uninstalled, of course.
Yeah, definitely, and we're gonna see whether or not that that extra value from the anti-damage Navicust is gonna pay off for Sharona, because it's taking up space that could have gone to like Rush or Beat, for example, which Ulrisk obviously has Rush on their side, so it's gonna be one less invis on Sharona's side. So not gonna have those Navicust pieces there.
I do have to give a shout out to Nugget for this configuration, because if you look at it closely, it's very similar to his build originally, with the bottom left being the beat basically, and then you can kind of see where the float juice went and where Rush would have gone. It's literally the perfect configuration for anti-damage there, and it's kind of genius. And we wouldn't have, I mean, I guess we would have it eventually, but it's all a blueprint based on Nugget's original design, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't think we've talked about Ulrisk's setup yet, but that J-code is always something to be wary of.
Yes.
Because you got that Dest Pulse PA in there. You got the Pulse Rack combos, so Elec Pulse 2, pulling people in, and then using your Wind Rack right afterwards as a follow-up. And then Ulrisk actually running Justice 1 as well, so gonna get that very flashy chip.
I would love to see one more Elec Pulse coming in, maybe alongside a Judgment SP for some extra damage potential, maybe to combo off with those Mac coils as well. But we do have the rest of the combo pieces for that PA, of course, and we do have some amazing setups with the Justice 1 there. Elect Pulse into Justice 1 off, even better, you can go into Bamboo Lance, then use the Elect Pulse into, it's just so much that you can do with this build. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it is a sensor slide setup here. You know, you got the sensor 1 in J-code. I always forget about sensor 1 being in J-code for some reason, but yeah, it's there, and Ulrisk has 2 mag coils, and then obviously all of the push and pull effects we've been talking about. Elec Pulse 2, Wind Rack, but yeah, like you said as well, there is a Lance in there. Just a lot going on, and there's even the 2 Boomers. You know, those are also actually pretty interesting. they can be pretty effective in J-code. They often can catch your opponent off guard.
One interesting tech that's gonna help pull this strategy together is one that Alrisk has been going for a lot recently, and it's using that Charge Beast immobilization after using a Beast Charge at the end of return to try and deny your opponent a movement to guarantee and help you lock down some of these combos that we're talking about. So it's going to be interesting to see that in the mix as well, and I'm hoping that we get something explosive.
Yeah, and I think with that, we can head right into the set.
Ooh, and we get the perfect music to start us off. Once again, showing that Gregar is the better version. You should never play anything else.
Personally, as a Falzar player, I am deeply offended, but I'll let it slide.
Oh man, product placement.
Yeah, every time, Saul, every time.
Ooh, well, we gotta support our sponsors. All right, what do you need? What else is there?
Ooh,
All
turn
right.
one Eli Cross from Alrisk here.
Ooh, oh, so lucky. Oh, but still gets a counter hit into the fight. What? Oh my gosh! What? That was all an accident sensor times 2. Oh, you can't move anymore. That's where you live now. Oh my gosh, what was that just now? No access to anything like Dustcross here either, so you can't just be left suck up the sensor. You actually have to deal with that there. Oh, okay. Barrier 200 will come up. A defensive turn here is actually like best case scenario. I think that was really smart. Draw out the turn. Oh, accidental TFC to the Erase Man here. Why did he get paralyzed? What just happened?
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, the Mac Coil. The Mac Coil is still in effect, so maybe you're not powered. Right. Holy crap. Okay, so Mac Coil still applies even if you're not moving, huh? That's the only explanation. It should power afterwards, or maybe it lasts for as long as the duration of sliding is, right? Oh wow, that's so interesting. I've never seen that before. Ooh. And the Misjudged Man. That was a beautiful turn. Machine gun is still in the hand. Ooh! Almost dodged all of that there. Element Man SP will come out. Not going to get the decross, but we'll go for that fireball just as we talked about earlier. Life lead still in favor here. And there's the anti-damage.
Yeah, Alrisk on the back foot here, 108 HP, but not throwing in a towel yet, trading back a lot of damage that last turn.
I love this play here. This area grab is 100% a bait to respond to something. Invisible will come out. Now you have this defense here. Oh, double boomer is going to do some quick damage. Oh no. This is not where you want to be right now. That's a lot of damage. Okay, chip charge. Get the follow-up. Okay, in this situation, I think you should always buster because you do not know what can be TFC'd afterwards. But I do think it was pretty safe, right? That's something I'm still trying to learn too.
Definitely would have been just better to close it out with the P shot, yeah.
Right, an awesome turn here. Gonna use this Life Aura and immediately dispose of Rush. Waiting for some TFC perhaps. That was actually pretty smart too. To get some extra value out of the Life Aura, but Maybe taking the extra invis here was a bit too much. Do you have time to buster down that sensor? No.
Yeah, Sharona might have been trying to pop Rush there safely with the Life Aura, but didn't end up going that way. Instead, the Invis and Life Aura are both active at the same time here.
Wait, I think Rush was already baited.
Was it used earlier?
Yeah, there was 2 invises in this hand.
That is a pretty early double Invis, especially without being up to protect any crosses or anything like that. It's pretty
Yeah. Not sure if I agree either, but we are able to get rid of the sensor here, which is pretty good. Oh, nice. Erase Man, anti-navi, very nice. Oh no, that's not what you wanted. Oh, okay, no, you're still fine, you're still fine. Nice, and now there's cracked panels here. Weenie Whistle has no access to any shoes at all, actually. So this might actually be tough. Oh, excuse me, all risk. I said Weenie Whistle, shaking my head. Nice. Erase Man will punish here. If you can... Oh, the Justice one. Now... Oh, no. Oh, that's really bad.
Yeah, nothing connecting for Sharona here this turn.
Oh, that's right. Sharona has float shoes here, so not breaking any panels when walking is really good. Oh, sensor being placed over a hole. You don't want to be there. Now you're kind of trapped in this situation where you don't want to move. Okay, using the barrier to buffer some of that damage. That was pretty smart. Oh, actually, that was really smart because now after that one beam, it doesn't stick around like it does in Battle Network 3.
Yeah, unfortunately, Allrisk's not able to get that Gregar Vulcan and pick off that Barrier 200 quite yet. These ice panels are putting in a lot of work.
I actually kind of like the usages of Charge Cross over here. The only thing I can't see it getting so much value out of is the ability to get war chips over time. Because you already have custom max in this Navicust here, but I don't think that's really the hugest issue. Judgment coming out, gonna take back some of these panels, but doesn't stop the first soldier. Oh, this is what happens when you pay your wages. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, you don't want to charge that anymore. You just want to move. You just want to move. Okay. Wow. Made it to the end there.
Yeah, but I don't think Sharona doesn't have access to a Beast Over. This is just a Beast Out.
Oh, man. Life Aura will come out here. You're not going to have the time to chip charge this unless your dodging is godlike. Oh, no. I probably would have tried to chip charge this because how do you deal with the aura? Oh, the wood rack! My gosh, the reversal! Oh, but it's not enough. Wow. I'm speechless. I'm actually speechless right now. That was only 100 HP difference. Like that was just a few buster shots away.
Yeah, Sharona maybe getting a little bit impatient there, not making use of the erase tails to take down that defense first. That might have made a difference.
But it's so tough, right? Because how do you it's such a mind game at this point because now I need to maintain this area that I do have and protect my 1 HP while charging in neutral against a beast out opponent. Oh no, I don't. That's tough. That's really tough. That was a. But they even made it out. That's what's even more impressive, right? Is that they were able to lock down and use that kernel force in that situation regardless. But it all comes down to that one moment. Anti-damage saved your life.
Yeah, Ulrich's own kernel force was very sneaky as well. The way it popped up there, it's because Sharona actually did have an invis in hand as they got hit by the kernel force, so not able to react with just how sneaky that kernel force was. And ooh, these ice panels saving Sharona from the sensor.
The ice panels could have been really problematic too if the initial hit of the beam had actually made connection there, because then they would have been sliding through it, taking extra damage. But yeah, that was tough. We do see a wind rat coming out. Oh, and the dodge. Oh, the boomer. There's not enough time to move. Oh man, that's so nice. Oh, you never want to be in this kind of position because now you can easily move around these. And the Justice one connects max damage in the center. And just enough time to squeeze in a buster charge shot at the end there too?
Yeah,
That's
very smooth
disgusting.
movement from Ulrich right there, even dodging every hit of that of the machine gun. And Sharona honestly got a little bit greedy there, trying to get out of the way of that boomer. That could have been a very nasty multi-hit.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
We do see the last minute scramble. Hiding in the center won't help you here because of the. Oh, but you were saved by the perma holes. Oh my gosh, what a match. Going for chip charging here is actually not a terrible strategy. I would probably go erase if anything, so that way we can get these guaranteed 200s. Maybe your opponent goes for it as well. Oh, that's not what they decided to do. Double life aura here. If you had gone erased, you would have got rid of this life aura. You are safe though. Oh, nice, nice. Stand in front of this perma hole. This perma hole is your friend. Oh my gosh, this is too much. This is too much pressure. Windrak will deal with the life aura, but it's a little risky thanks to these ice panels on the field. If Ulrich goes sliding around and slides forward, dodging this wind rack, you're in a very tough position. So beasting over to, or not even beasting over, but changing your cross to erase here, just to at least solidify the removal of this life aura would be good, but destroy pulse. Nice. Oh man, he wants to get that corner shot. Oh, the anti-navi. 1 HP left. Is there another chip? Oh, jeez. What
Wow,
a
well
match.
played. Well played to Sharona and Ulrich there. Some very nice movement on both their sides, really.
Whew, I'm sorry, I'm sweating a little bit, bro. Yo, I'm a little peaked right now, bro. This is amazing so far. You see,
Yeah,
Blood Moon ain't no
another
joke.
crazy set. Yeah, definitely. That was just another crazy set. The second one of the day, and still totally insane. So, and
Yo, these players are just getting better and better each tournament, man. It's crazy.
yeah, it's really interesting seeing their improvement over time.
All right, well played to both players, but it is time to move on. move on down the line. So let's go ahead and get the next matchup, which will be Easy A versus Player Zero.
Yeah, so we got Easy A on the left here with this T code setup. I'm a big fan of these Navi chips being run: Stoutman SP, Tomahawk SP, Tengu SP, and Blastman SP. That's a lot of elemental coverage. That's a lot of threat there, and those are all heavy hitters. Of course, at the expense of your chip selection. You know, you're not going to be able to use a lot of those in the same turn. Both of them being a mixture of A, B, and T code.
What I really like about this folder right now is that tagged Air Spin 3 with the Tornado, one of the fan favorite air spin combos right in this match here for today. We're going to get to see it, potentially.
Yeah, definitely, and it's got those it's got that attack plus 30 in that folder as well, so that could also go into the Super Vulcan. And this is a Delta Ray instead of a Kernel Force setup, so Easy A definitely bringing out the Proto Man here.
I do have to bring up that it is interesting to have attack plus 30. Maybe you could have used a double point, but not absolutely necessary, right? Attack plus 30 can go on either the Super Vulcan, or it can fuel the Air Spin Tornado combo, or it can even fuel the Wood Dragon Air Tornado combo, which is an option here for some really nice cheeky damage on top of a grass panel, since Tornado does double damage on the grass panels. But you have options. If you do use your attack plus 30 on the Tornado or on the Air Spin, you do always have available to Beast Out, which will give Super Vulcan the plus 30 anyway. So there's a bit of flexibility in how you go about this match, and that's what you really want from your draws, especially as a Gregor player. You want that flexibility in the folder that goes alongside those resources that you do have in your Beast Out and crosses.
Yeah, definitely. And on the opposite side, we have Player Zero's setup, which is this looks like 1800 HP, and that looks like a Buster Bug right there.
That sure is Buster Bug. Okay. PZ is the luckiest man alive. Like, that's all I know, yo. Like, you have Custom Bug. Okay, is this Custom Bug level 1? It is level 1, right?
I believe it is.
Yeah, so it's only bugged. Yeah, it's level 1. So on turn 4 is when you start to lose your chips. 1 chip every turn after turn 4. So it's not terrible because you do have Dust Cross and you can Dust Dig for your resources and such. Especially since you're going to want to get to that bug fix as soon as possible. So there is playability in that, and 4 turns is a long time, especially if you maintain Dust for that amount of turns or those amount of turns. So it's actually pretty ideal, unless Player Zero just turn 1 draws bug fix every game, which is a very huge possibility.
Yeah, turn 1 draws bug fix, and then gets an immediate Meteor Knuckle that does 50 hits. 50 hits, 5,000 damage, just deletes the opponent right off the bat.
I mean, it's Player Zero. Like, is that not expected at this point? What are we talking about?
Like, yeah, very interesting setup from Player Zero as well, and this is to be expected from Player Zero at this point. But that Neo variable as well in code with that Meteor Knuckle, so you're gonna have a very lethal turn. When right before that Meteor Knuckle, you're gonna see the tell of that Neo variable most likely. And it's a pretty reliable way to pop an anti-damage or to take down the Life Aura right before the Meteor Knuckle, so...
I do like the methodology that Player Zero is going with here, only having the Reg Static for extra hate against like a turn 1 Erase, because Erase is going to be, or Cursor Chips in general, are going to be very problematic for a PC to deal with, so having Static and Teguman in hand ready for that opportunity to just throw them out there is really good, and will help deal with that hole or that possible fracture to his build, right? The 5 area grabs are trademarked for Player Zero at this point because he loves the Tengu lock, and that's like the when Tengu lock, charge shot. That he goes for that every time if possible. But yeah, it looks really strong.
Yeah, and definitely the static being ragged does mean that Player Zero is always going to have that static option available before the bug fix, right? So you're not going to end up with that dinky tornado area. It's always going to be that static.
Yup. And you know, I actually really respect that he regs it, right? Because this means there's no like, oh man, I drew the bug fix, but I have static in the folder, but I don't want to use the bug fix because I want to use the static. No, that we do this now. Like I have it on deck whenever I want it. So deal with it if you gotta. It's nice. It's really nice.
Yeah, definitely. But with that, I think we can jump into the set.
Ooh. Gotta get that Battle Network 3 music in there.
Ooh, and Easy A has a pretty solid turn 1 here available to them. This Erase Man with the static wheel or the Blast Man SP as well could be used on top of these grass panels. Quickly clear them out of the way.
Going for the early Erase Man is really tricky here, right? It's PZ we're talking about. They're gonna have defenses available to him at like a moment's notice. It's so scary. But is he even gonna go turn 1 Dust, right? It's such a mind game. In my opinion, right? Dust turn 1 is always the right play, but because it's always the right play, that's why you would want to go for that. And there you go, right there. Dust turn 1 barrier 200, denying the possibility of Erase Man immediately.
Yeah, throwing something away to beat as well. Player Zero's just got this solid turn 1.
Double damage off of that charge shot too. Woo! Yeah, no, PZ's no joke. Ooh, that's actually pretty bad here. You could have used that Erase Man to at least... Oh!
Yeah, the air spin does go off, but there is no follow-up and there's no way to extend it here because of this area and the way it ended up. That tornado is just gonna not match up with that air spin.
And we see the unfortunate side effect of being a Gregar player, looking at spaghetti the folder. Yeah, Z's and T's and B's. I think it's a little risky just going for the circle gun, but if you land this, nice. The very end of it there, and gets the D-cross. Oh, but the uninstall into the static. So much
Perfectly
value.
timed there. Perfectly timed, just as that panel was coming back.
Yeah, I think you grab revenge into double recovery here. Maybe not even lead with it. Yeah, I agree with this. I agree with this decision making here. Really smart sequencing here. Maybe you want the revenge before the recovers? Maybe? Oh, that's not what you want. Okay, nice. It's invisible, which means you still get the area back. Walk forward immediately. Yeah, you want to camp forward as much as possible. No, you want to be forward. Oh no! I tried to tell him! I tried to tell him! No, he wasn't listening! He had an AirPod and there's the 80,000 hits! Oh my god, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. What are we doing? What are we doing? What? Oh my god.
But there's still the potential here. This is Delta Ray Edge in hand, and Player Zero is in Tengu. But this area and this broken panel from the Meteor Knuckle as well is going to be a problem here for landing the full 3 hits.
Yeah, that broken panel on the top is the biggest like deterrent here. But what else do you have?
No.
Yeah, Windrack first. Windrack first,
and then you have the chance of catching Player Zero as
on the walk up.
Yeah, yes. On the walk up. All right, let's see. Let's see it. Come on.
Oh, he went down on purpose. No.
Oh
Oh
no.
no. Wow.
Wow, and
Player
a brutal
zero.
finish right there using that Buster Bug.
He's like, you know, you're in this panel area configuration. I get a wind rack. I could charge again, or I could just end the game now. B B B B B B B B. Oh my gosh, that was some max hits on that meteor knuckle, by the way. That was absolute devastation. The biggest thing though is how do you come back for game 2? How do you readjust and get yourself back into this game? Nice!
Oh.
Using the shield. Oh, but the decross. Oh. No, not the decross, the uninstall static. It's just so good and very hard to play against. But we do maintain this aqua bubble here. The bubble wrap coming into play after the fact means we do get to keep this bubble wrap for a while now. Unless Tengu's involved. And if Tengu's involved, we do have a sword for him.
Yeah, and an axe. This Tomahawk SP.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm taking this Tomahawk Man SP. I have to. I'm going slash. I'm forcing him to play the game. I'm letting loose some charge shots just as bait, and I'm using this Tomahawk. That's what I'm doing right now. I don't think it's the right play. I think going for Grab Revenge is the better play, but I know he has more area grabs in the folder, and I know they're coming. What would you do?
So it is a normal gauge matchup here, so you're not going to get punished too hard in one turn by this Tengu lock. So yeah, waiting for these extra area grabs to come down, and then using the Grab Revenge in a turn afterwards.
Oh, and the dodge. What a... Oh no, don't come forward. Don't come forward. Nice. All right. Yeah, no, this is it. This is the exact moment you want to use this. What's more important, right? The area is more important. You know what? This makes much more sense, right?
Oh no. Not using the Grab Revenge immediately has led to a pretty unfortunate outcome here. Player 0 just going to camp forward here, keep the area.
I like the full defensive play here, but now we're in a position where we need to use this Tomahawk Man SP not as a decross, but as a way to deal with this aura, which is definitely a situation you don't kind of want to be in. I think maybe going slash here is the better response. Oh man, this is rough.
Don't forget about the Delta Ray though, so there's always that potential to hit with an even harder hitting sword right afterwards.
Yeah, but is PZ going to stay in Tengu? That's the question we have to answer. Sneaking in that full cut, oh! But what do we get off of it, right? Beast Out is an option here if we do have a lot of damage on deck.
Yeah, this could be an 800 damage Super Vulcan right here.
Oh, but you have to chip charge. You have to chip charge, get the decross, and then wait. But again, it's normal gauge. Not going for it is a downfall. Meteor Knuckle. Oh! Not going for it immediately was the right answer.
Oh wow, Player 0 getting punished here for fishing for these bugged Buster procs.
Nice. Amazing. And looks like I was definitely wrong. This is how you play against this matchup. Man, that was so smart. Easy A, waiting for the punish, waiting for the Meteor Knuckle to respond with this this anti-damage, it was just perfect. Really smart play here from EZA.
Defense is going up for both players here. Ooh, but this Bugged Buster is going to do a lot of work.
Sanctuary will help out here. Tengu maybe predicting the Erase Man to come into play here? I don't think it's the wrong prediction. But right now, we want a way to decross this Tomahawk because it's kind of problematic, right? But will you be able to land a chip charge, right? The only things you have available to you to chip charge away is the Recover 200 and this White Capsule. So going heat is kind of even, it's not even necessary. You kind of just stick it out with what you have already, I think. All right.
You put the threat on the table. Player 0 doesn't necessarily know that you don't have that many chip charging options this turn, so... Ooh.
Oh, the accidental TFC. Just gonna go for damage here instead. Did we get the...
Not able to land that to get rid of the Sanctuary panels.
EZA kind of rushing the gun here, not needing to mash all the chips out on Invis, but...
Yeah, there was a window to use that circle gun to get rid of that trap.
Oh.
Because
no, this
that
is damage.
Was gonna time out.
This is big damage. We got Tomahawk with grass panels and a Blast Man. Okay, but we need a way to deal with. Nice. Okay. Blast Man does connect here. Nice. And the Erase Man follow up. Oh, the counter hit!
Wow.
That was on purpose. There was no accident here. That was well timed by PZ. Going for the counter hit to deny this charge shot from coming out. Really good mashing here, too. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Gonna go ahead and get...
Oh, a whiffed input from player 0 right there. Not able to get that sonic boom out from the Neo variable.
Are we gonna throw away the Delta Ray? Oh, looks like we are gonna go for something a little bit spicier. Oh, baby, a triple! Very nice. Excellent, excellent gameplay from EZA. Goes for the Beyblade combo and is rewarded.
Yeah, and what a risky Beyblade combo it was, with player 0 actually in Dust Cross, but not ready to respond to it, not ready for that back B to deny it.
It stopped so suddenly, and the moment it stops, your brain has to recognize it's moving, it's stopping, and it's about to attack, all in one fell motion. It's too much.
Yeah, that white capsule attached to it really sealed the deal, stopped player 0 from being able to react to it after it started.
Yeah, that was really tough. I don't even know if I could have reacted. You know, that's a really tight window there. Granted, you have super armor, right? So you can eat a couple of hits and still back B, but the counter hit is what really sealed the rest of the deal. I think PZ was going for a battle chip attack or something of sorts, and maybe got countered in the process.
It
had a white capo. It was a white caps. You're right. You're right. Okay. Whew.
Ooh, right off the bat, circle gun coming in swinging, doesn't connect. Player 0 throwing up defense and getting this +1 area. Ooh!
That is such a great chip, man. 160 damage on a white wind chip is just so much value. Oh, man. Excellent spacing here by PZ2. Gonna go for this rush here where it's safe and where the opponent can't touch you. Easy A just thinking about the next turn, what exactly it is they need to do. I do like the idea of going for a quick recovery and retreating the turn. It's actually not bad. Gets you to the next turn to start putting out options. I don't like the idea of crossing first when doing it though, because then you put yourself in a position to get countered. Now you do it. Nice, excellent. And your mid attack too? Okay, if you step forward, do you have enough time to go for a wind rack here? This is tough. This is a tough decision to make. You know you want a wind rack, but when is the right opportunity? What do you think, Nerith?
This is definitely, it's definitely doable here, I think. I think you have enough time to step forward, do the wind rack, and then the revenge, but it looks like that's not going to be the play here. Oh,
Groundman SP. Oh, that okay. So maybe going for slash to bait out the response of Groundman SP was the best play here. And now you have the flashing, which means you get the wind rack uncontested. That was kind of brilliant. Okay. Whoa, the flashing panel while he was standing on it. That was actually pretty cool. Oh, he's standing on the back panels. Aquaman will do a freeze here, but no full cuts to back it up, so it means he'll be the only chip you're going in for the turn, so maybe not the most ideal position to be in. Taking Heat Dragon to cover a Tomahawk change here as well, really smart. I hate that bird. I hate that bird so much. Ooh, should have waited. But on grass panel, we'll get the double damage here. Oh, and the double damage from the Tengu Man SP! The Glap is slowly closing here. Oh, not the dodge. No, oh, the Wood Dragon! Beast out, will save you here. Or a cross change, of course, and walking forward. But I believe PC will cross cancel here as well, just so they can get the movement back.
Yeah, I'm actually not 100% sure if there's enough time to buffer a movement forward here. It might just be barely enough here because that Wood Dragon hasn't actually changed at second panel yet.
Yeah, you have to change. You have to change forms. Yeah, and then walk forward, and you should be okay. Nice.
Ooh, just barely.
Good defensive response. Gonna only take 120 for the troubles.
Ooh, and that was white capsuled.
Just to take some time away. Double anti-damage coming up here. Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. Are we gonna see a run back with the tornado?
Ooh, and this would be a perfect turn for it as well with the Erase Man to get rid of this Dust Cross.
Yeah, you can't... Oh, this is a tough decision. You can't take all 6 chips, right? Oh, wait, hold on a second. Yeah, you can't take all 6. So how do you position this? Do you need the area grab? I feel like you kind of do, right? Just so you can confirm this combo. Unless PZ steps forward for some reason. Besides, you can probably use Tomahawk for a little bit later.
Oh no!
Oh, that's rough. That's really rough. But it still catches him anyway with the charge shot. No, no charge shot at the end. But you're in perfect position for a Delta Ray response. Do you do it? Do you do it? Yo, lock it in. Lock it in. Let me see it. Let me see it. Lock it in, Easy A. Delta Ray this man to sleep.
Yeah, you know your opponent is gonna want to cross out of this, and Tengu is one of the crosses up on the table.
No, he didn't do it. Okay, we're gonna see Tengu. It's gonna happen. Oh, it wasn't. He knew better. He knew better. Tomahawk would. Okay, so Tomahawk was still gonna cover the Tengu anyway, right? So I think that was perfect. You want to get this decross here. Oh, PZ, nerves of steel. I'm camping this corner, and I am going to like it. There's no there's no reason to step down or up or anything. Wow, wow, wow. And experience just showing itself in this match. You know, that's one thing a lot of people like to do against Gregar is try and move around and dodge and all kinds of things. But that's literally how you get crossed up in the first place, and you end up taking extra charge shots that you might not have already been lined up for.
Yeah, and now that player 0 is up in this corner here, we're gonna see whether or not they move out and actually allow the potential for a Delta Ray edge. Ooh, and Meteor Knuckle getting blocked by the anti-damage here, but it does break all these panels anyways.
Oh, nice. Quick movement, able to avoid the erase man. What's the follow-up piece he had? I don't think they were. Oh, it's Neo Varro! It went for the X and landed the sweet spot. Oh, tried to follow up with Judgment as well, but does get the whiff here. Still gonna get a nice book damage though. Oh my gosh, what a match. Delta Ray still in hand too. Tango still in the back. You can take Sync and... Oh, this is perfect. Make it the last chip? Oh, that's so smart. Okay, still no cross change to Tengu. PC knows, he's aware. Oh, but you do give your opponent access. Element Man! Real steal away this Tomahawk here. Nice, 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 nice. That's the perfect range. Delta Ray. Yo, oh my gosh, this is so good. 1 damage. You gotta close it out. No, you didn't close it out. No. Yo, no, 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 no. Okay, okay, it's only 1 HP. He's used both recovers. There's nothing else. There's no beast over either. Oh my gosh, it all comes down to this. Okay, Blastman would be a way to just close out the game, but you do line yourself up for a TFC. But what does PC have to TFC with? Anything PC has to TFC with won't kill. So Blastman here isn't the worst idea because then you'll be flashing and you can go for a buster. I think Blastman's the play. Oh, he doesn't go for the butt. Okay. No. Oh, the bubble star comes back. Oh my gosh.
Wow, and Easy A takes down player 0 right there.
If you guys could see my face right now. If only you can see my face right now. Nerith, what was that?
That was all of the. So player 0 got caught sleeping there. He got caught taking a nap, and that Delta Ray edge, that perfect position for it. Not only the perfect position, but player 0 could have stepped forward to take it on the holy panel, and that would have kept player 0 in the game right there. That probably would have been the game. Losing that damage, getting it halved, would have kept player 0 in there, but Easy A just able to catch player 0 out, waiting, for that perfect moment for player 0 to let his guard down, step into the center there, and just a full-on Delta Ray, 3 hits.
That was insane. Oh my gosh, what a match that was. This is game 3. This is... We still have more rounds. Oh man. Oh man. Whew. I don't even.
Yeah,
I can't even.
man, I don't know. So EZA still had a lot of resources available to them by the end of that match. Still had a lot of offensive options left. If player zero never stepped out, though, never put themselves into a position where they would be vulnerable to that Delta Ray, I'm not sure that EZA had enough damage to take player zero down. But that was, yeah, that was quite a balancing act on both players' parts right there.
Oh jeez. I can't. I really can't right now. I, Neris, who do you have next? Who's next?
So coming up next is Lizard Lab versus Thiago.
And another veteran player in Thiago coming into play here. Oh man. Ooh, Thiago's play with Gregar is questionable, if not genius, right? The lack of super armor in Gregar is both a testament to the power that Gregar has, but also the risky kind of playstyle that Thiago has adopted and made his own in the last few years even. Now, the idea here is that, like Falzar, giving you access to air shoes or flow shoes through their beast out, Gregar does grant you access to super armor, which means any combo you use while in beast out will have super armor available for you, right? But unlike Falzar, we don't have a cross that gives us super armor, and we also don't have any access to shoes through our crosses as well. So it really is on the back of the beast out whether or not missing super armor is relevant in terms of the match, right? What are your thoughts on that?
So I think not having super. So Thiago, yeah, they'll skip out onto super armor while playing Gregar, and you've outlined the logic there, which is you get super armor from your beast out turns. And I do think there's a window to punish Thiago for this, because it's an Air Shoes 1500 HP Gregar setup. But if you get uninstalled, if you lose your shoes, you're not gonna have super armor either on those turns. That's just a beatdown waiting to happen, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now the thing is, that for some reason that rarely happens to Thiago. I feel like usually Thiago can pull off this no super armor build, so it's going to be up to their opponent to try and figure out how to deal with this. There is this extra space in there as a result, but anyways, on the opposite side, we have Lizard Lab's J code, pretty typical J code coming out of Gregar, and this is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I do like this J code. This is the kind of J code I would personally be trying to aim for. We have the 3 Elect Pulse 2s. We have 3 Wind Rack in here for some pulse combos. I may opt to drop Elect Pulse 1 and probably run something similar to like maybe a bamboo lance, and maybe go to 3 area grab and play something along the sides of, I don't know, Fire Burner or something like that, just for that ability to decross something like Tomahawk, for instance. Maybe just some variety in terms of elemental coverage, right? But again, this is a Gregar build, so we do have access to those amazing crosses for our elemental coverage.
Yeah, definitely can supplement your elemental coverage in your folder using those crosses. And this is a Tango Navicust coming out of Lizard Lab, so that's not something you see every day. Tango pretty underused as a Navicust just because of like the combination of things it gives. And the fact that it can kind of sabotage yourself if you already have like a life aura up. If circumstances permit, it's possible to lose your existing defense, your existing barrier 200 or whatnot to your own tango, which will replace it with a shield with a barrier 100. But yeah, and I think with that we can hop into the set. Yeah, so Thiago on the right here is running very heavy Gundel Soul cheese setup. So it is double slow gauge, double get, and triple Gundel Soul 3. So there is a lot of potential here for Thiago to catch Lizard Lab out, especially with no shoes on Lizard Lab's side, and then just vaporize them with 3 Gundel Souls in that one turn. Of course, Thiago is going to have to contend with the fact that they are only at 7 total cust spaces. They've got that cust 1, two cust 1 pieces in there to get the extra space in there. So it's going to be hard to get all of those chips in your hand, especially as Gregar, right? You don't have the Dust Cross that you can lean on as Falzar. Area grab coming down for Lizard Lab, followed by a double Life Aura turn. Both players dropping Life Aura, but Lizard Lab has to answer to Life Aura. So Windwrack takes care of it. Thiago gets the area back with Judge Man, but doesn't look like they have a way to force. Ooh, yeah, no, there's the area grab, gonna make them safe from this slash lock. Lizard Lab takes that one hit there on the return. And there's an end of turn get-in, so Thiago might have those Gundel Souls already available.
Yeah, and this is what's going to make the Sanctuary even more powerful here, because Thiago was hoping to go for some kind of follow-up here, but now that Sanctuary is here, we'll be able to move around, be able to avoid all that.
Yeah, and I think even the ideal setup would be to Sanctuary first. Just drop that Sanctuary. Don't just forget about this Invis, because chances are there is a Gundel Soul follow-up right here, and that will strip your Invis. So, ooh, and yeah, there's Beast. Oh, Rush still in play. That's so getting burned on the Life Aura. Sanctuary coming out.
Oh. The Windwrack will get rid of this Life Aura, and the Beast Charges are here. You know, I probably waited out, because there's always another Beast Charge. Oh.
Ooh, and that was decent on Lizard Lab's part. Trading into that first one with the Electros Charge Shot, that's pretty good, because you're taking it on Holy Panels. And the interesting thing here is that we don't know how many Gundel Souls might have been burned there, converted into Erase Tails, but probably a maximum of 2 were actually used as chip charge right there.
Ooh, going for some nice juicy elect charges here is actually pretty ideal. Gonna get him first, and there it is, the Colonel Force here. Nice in the game! Wow! The power that Colonel Force holds is ridiculous, and that is in its prime. One area grab for even more damage than usual for that nice quick finish.
Yeah, definitely. The fact that this is a Gregar versus Gregar matchup, you're gonna see those volatile Colonel Force turns.
The truth is, this game, HP is basically fake, bro. Like, yeah, you have 1800, but it can all just go away in the blink of an eye.
Ooh, turn 1 Life Aura again. Diego's squeezing in this Erase Man, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. Ooh, wow, Proto Man SP gonna take away that Life Aura almost immediately. So both players had a lot of backloaded chips right there.
think, okay. Is Life Orb not in play? Did he just win rack him?
Diego popped Lizard Labs Life Aura using a Proto Man SP, so
Oh, okay. Oh, there it goes. Now we both don't have super armor, so what's up? What happened? Keep that energy. Oh, nice. And a nice double damage finisher from Element Man here. Erasement in hand will connect. Get a free charge shot in the process. Yeah, I wouldn't press anything either. Nice. Gets the charge shot in. Does give the opponent a sanctuary panel, potentially.
no, I don't like that right there. That was, I feel like that's a little bit too dangerous. I would have liked to gamble on Diego going for a Geddon play on the next turn, just because a Gundel Soul, 2 Gundel Souls at this point is gonna finish the game off.
That is 100% lethal. When Lan is standing outside in game and you go for a Gundel Soul 3, that is 480 damage that pierces invis and can't be stopped by defense. So you definitely don't want to be in that kind of situation. There's the Geddon, which will stuff out the dust.
No! Oh no!
Oh no. Your HP's fake. No, your HP's fake. It doesn't exist. Tango! He survived because of Tango! Wow. We can still get somewhat of a punish here into some more HP. That's the best thing you've got going for you. You want to go into stun, into Judgment for more stun, and you want to stall out this full turn as much as you can. Stall. No, don't. I wouldn't even lead with that first. I would go for Judgment immediately. And then recover. Oh man, I don't know. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. You have to chip charge. You have to chip charge? No, I don't agree. Okay. Oh no. No. Oh no. Yikes.
Yeah, that slow gauge right there was perfect for Diego to squeeze out that one erase tail, take down Lizard Lab's anti-damage, and as well as doing that good chunk of damage. And the thing is that at this point, Lizard Lab wants to go for this Kernel Force, this defense into Kernel Force turn, try to finish Diego off on his turn when the panels come back. But are you gonna make it to the next turn? You could have gone for that. You could have gone for that. Those J-code chips. Ooh.
Very good discipline from Thea, not moving. Oh, but there is a Kernel Force. Oh no, why did you step forward? No, why did you press buttons? No, what are we doing? No! Judgment. The Buster could come out before it even responds. Oh no, it didn't! Get out of there, move. Yep.
Ooh,
Okay.
very rough. Lizard Lab did have the potential to make it back behind that rock, maybe make it to one more turn.
So that's why Thiago didn't move, right? You're challenging the movement to the rock. If you move, it becomes a mind game, right? And you don't want that time to just get eaten up, right? So Thiago just aiming gun in the center was the most optimal play. Dang, that was such a tough round. That is also something that has to be brought up time and time again. Is ooh, the movement there. How did you even dodge that erase laser? That was godlike. But yeah, this match is probably being played with some high latency because of the distance apart between players. So that is a factor in some of these games. But I can't give that too much credit, right? Because Thiago's won multiple tournaments. Well, he's won a few tournaments, and he's topped in multiple.
Yeah, Thiago definitely consistently places high in tournaments. And is a solid player overall. Oh, and you see that the end of turn recovery 300 topping Thiago back off, just reversing all the damage that was done just now.
I do like the Elect Pulse into the Windrak play. If played correctly, this should definitely be a decrossed erase coming out. Ooh, losing it to Beast Over would be really... There it is! Nice, 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 nice! Well, there was a Windrak. Oh, dodges the second one, though. Uh-oh.
Oh, here's the Geddon, but I think there's only time for one Gundel Soul 3 here.
Nice. Just this one in hand, but it will go into the center hole on Thea's side regardless of the spacing. So it'll just be essentially playing a game of basketball with a giant fist. So you don't want to lose that. I definitely think saving the Sanctuary is better here than using it. I mean,
I think definitely you want to use it here. You want to get yourself at least one more turn, because if Thiago has 2 more Gundel Souls this turn, you just lose.
That is true. I was just about to say that. Oh, I mean, it's tough because the second Geddon is in the folder too. And it's like, it could still be in their hand, but you might as well play to the win condition of moving and being able to move rather than hope that your opponent doesn't have. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens. There could be another Gundel Soul, or even 2 of them rather. But ooh, gonna go for B charging instead. Uh-oh.
Ooh, that is not good. Lizard Lab taking a lot of damage without these Sanctuary panels being up. Only now putting them up here. The Judge Man not connecting.
Nice. Excellent movement. Air grab will be denied here. Oh, but there's a second. Oh, I would have stepped back and Windwracked. Oh. Wait, we're not gonna Kernel Force?
Ooh,
Really?
you know...
Yeah.
No, so there's so many plays available, and off of so few chips here, you could... No. I think you want to step back and Justice 1 to break the panels into the Dest Pulse, and that would just be a kill right there.
You're right. You're absolutely
Once you
right.
deny the Holy Panels, that Dest Pulse is going to do a full 400. And that would leave Thiago with very low HP, like 10 HP.
That is the best play. That's 3 Buster Shots, and you should definitely have the time to do that with the bug being in play. Oh, but we go for the reverse sequence.
Yeah, leading with this Dest Pulse. Can you catch Thiago? Oh, but here's the potential. Can you counter? Wait for that.
Wait for it.
Oh, okay. You waited a little bit too long. You waited a little bit too long.
We're good. We have the Tango. Nice.
Oh.
There it is. Just this one. Oh, not enough time. Not enough time. But if you cross and hold B, you win. You have a barrier up still too. Cross hold B.
Just go into erase. Go, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just come on.
Yeah, take the 300. Take the invis even. Just hold B. That's all you have to do is hold B. Please hold B. Please hold B. Oh, he tranced.
Oh.
Oh boy, it's Colonel Force. No, it's Colonel Force. No, it's Judgment first, then the Colonel Force. Oh, that's game.
There's no Colonel Force.
There's no Colonel Force. There's no Colonel Force. What was the mind game? Did we use Colonel Force already? No, we didn't. I don't understand.
Maybe Thiago just didn't have Colonel Force in hand. Just wanted to try to buy that one more turn. But that was very shocking. Now Lizard Lab has a Colonel Force in hand.
I'm scared. There it is.
There it is. Oh no.
Can you get there in time? No. Oh, second with the ending. Can you get it? Can you get it? Can you get it? Oh my god. The scramble. The scramble. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yo. Yo. Yo, that shit is hot. Oh my gosh. Yo, oh man. Oh my gosh, yo. Oh wow, we're getting rated. Thank you, past 88345 for rating with your party. Appreciate that. Thanks for the raid. Man, no Colonel Force? But end turn Colonel Force? That was big. That was kind of big brain.
That was crazy.
I'm not sure why though. Why did it happen like that? No, that wasn't an end of turn Colonel Force because the Beast Out, he would have used it.
Yeah, that was a. I think that was a start of turn Colonel
Yeah,
Force. Right? I don't think Thiago had the Colonel Force available on that turn. Couldn't go through the chips fast enough to get to it. Maybe.
yeah, that's probably what it is. Didn't draw it, but this was the turn I got it, so I got to use it. But went for the Beast over because I need to be able to get to the next turn anyway, and my life is so low it kind of doesn't matter at this point, right? Oh man, wow, the decision making in this game is ridiculous sometimes.
Yeah,
Whew.
Easy A in YouTube chat saying, "Looks like Lizard Lab might have paid his soldiers a little more than Thiago." Yeah, that's true. I mean, Lizard Lab's Colonel Force was on time. Little bit early, actually. They were
Oh,
waiting in the wings. They were waiting in the wings. Like that Colonel Force was sitting in Lizard Lab's cusp for some time, just waiting there, just being like, "Yeah, I'm early to work. That's fine."
yeah, I'm here. Like, just point us where you need us to go, boss. we're right here, dude. Oh
Yeah,
my
well
god.
played. Well played to Lizard Lab and Thiago. Very interesting set right there.
Absolutely. That was so well played. Oh man, but next up, we have even more anxiety waiting for us because now we have Symes versus Drugs Are Bad. Now, we're gonna call him Dab for short. So Dab over here isn't relatively a new player by any means, but definitely a spring chicken in comparison to the extensive amount of games that Symes has put into this game.
Spring chicken. That's a way of putting it. Sure. Yeah, Symes, a hardened veteran, top placing almost every single tournament he enters. Just consistently a good player, overall. And then, Dab on the right side, nothing to scoff at. I think is a solid player as well, but just definitely not as experienced as Symes or some of the other veterans in the community. And this is going to be a Gregar versus Falzar matchup, with Symes playing the Chonk Gregar. It's actually been a little while since we've seen that Chonk Gregar in action. It's just been a hot minute. At a 2200 HP, you got the Buster stats in terms of the attack max, and a charge max, letting you get out those charge shots just that much more quickly. You've got in Symes' setup right here. This is pretty interesting. This is an E-code variant, So you got Element Man EX, Element Man SP, and then you got Elex Sword. So very interesting choices here.
I do think they're very interesting. I like that Machine Gun and Windwrack are regged here. Machine Gun being more of an answer for something like Dust, so you can have it a little bit quicker. And attacking it alongside with Windwrack means you're getting 2 outs to either a Life Aura or a Dust Cross, of course, like I said before. So you'll see them a lot earlier in the match, which is actually really good sometimes for Gregar, just to get yourself out of some sticky situations. But we also see the slow gauge reg here too. So the slow gauge reg is a bit more situational to me. I feel like if you have 2 in the folder, you don't really need to reg 1 sometimes. But having control of the gauge at a moment's notice is extremely powerful, because then you can set something up like slash cross in slow gauge and potentially just wail on your opponents if they have no resources to stop that kind of assault, right? Or being able to interrupt fast gauge turns from a fast gauge player and prevent them from getting into motion with their access to the next turns through the gauge. You know, so it's pretty interesting to see when people reg slow gauge. I still tend to reg slow gauge, and I often play 1 though.
Yeah, slow gauge reg in Gregar definitely pretty common. And yeah, that double slow gauge, especially because Dab does not have fast gauge at all, it's going to be entirely up to Symes to decide what gauge this is going to get played in. Probably just going to be a slow gauge drop right at the front of the match, right to start, and then chip charging that second slow gauge for that extra damage down the line. And so there is a lot of options here in Symes' folder for movement, and for this could be considered actually an anti-Geddon setup, because you got the Element Man EX, and Element Man SP. All 3 of those, you can take the ice option and deny the Gundel souls from your opponent. As long as you're not totally area locked, you can create panels for yourself at the front and just step out. You want to have a very specific positioning while doing that, though. And then you've also got the 2 holy panels. So Symes is this very like freedom-oriented, kind of flexible E-code setup with Gregar giving a lot of this damage as well, and elemental coverage.
I do want to point out the single Elex sword here that kind of looks out of place to maybe someone who might not recognize why this is in here and why it can possibly be a genius pick. It covers Tengu and it covers Aqua, 2 very prominent crosses in Falzar versions that will be a bit of a problem for this build if they don't get hit by something like Element Man EX or something of sorts, right? Now, it also has the benefits of doing paralysis, and you can even chip charge it with Slash Cross, and maybe line up Element Man EX or SP for the Thunder property attack, or maybe even something like the Aqua property, right? So it's actually very on theme with what he's trying to go for in terms of options available to you. Elex Sword is an amazing chip, especially even in Beast Out, if you don't have access to the Slash Cross anymore, or if it's come to that point in the game. It's such a solid chip.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, on Dab's side, on the right, this is a freeze golem hit, so it's a freeze break setup. You know, and that's not something you see too common. It's too often. I mean, freeze break is pretty lethal though. The relatively high damage out of chips that freeze and chips that have the breaking property does mean that that's a lot of sudden damage that could come out. And so it's double Aqua Dragon, double Golem hits, so, and double Ice Seed. One of them regged, and that Ice Seed could actually be kind of an issue for Symes. The 2 Ice Seeds. Symes does have the tools to just get rid of all of that ice, switch it over to grass if Symes feels like it. But that's still kind of using those the Element Men, I should say, the big lineup here, 3 Element Men. To get that field conversion. But that does deny a lot of that potential damage here. Dab is really hoping to get that Aqua Dragon freeze into the Golem hit 3, It's going to be a bulk of the damage, and all of that damage is going to be necessary against Chonk Gregar. You know, this is still pretty standard Chonk Gregar. 2800 total HP, a lot of defense, a lot of utility, and then a lot of potential to convert your utility to do your chip charges, everything. Beast charges, turn your chips into extra damage. So definitely going to be something to watch out for.
I especially like that we're in Falzar with the Mega +1, which is really cool, because now we can squeeze in that nice on-code Heatman SP and some much-needed area control with the Judgeman SP, of course, on code with Hud Batch, and the 2 Recover 300s, which is a common splash for Falzar. The little J Brigade, I like to call them. Try saying that 10 times fast, that's crazy.
Yeah, my only concern here for Dab's folder is Heatman SP and Judgeman SP. Those are anti-Falzar in terms of their element properties, and you're up against Chonk Gregar, so it's going to be tough to get good value out of those. Heatman SP would have to be on grass, and you don't really got that much in terms of the ability to create grass on your side. Judgeman SP, 190, it's respectable. It's a lot better if you get those books added in, but maybe not as flexible as like an Element Man SP, and not as threatening as a Groundman SP, right? Or like the T-Code SP Navis as well, really strong against Gregar. That might be an issue compounded with the fact that Dab is running Hud Batch, so not gonna have Meteor Knuckle as well to threaten Slash Cross with. We're gonna have to really lean on those freeze break combos. This match is probably gonna be decided by whether or not those connect. And with that,
yep.
I think we can jump into the set.
Man, I love the Battle Nerdy music. It's so damn good. Woo. Okay, what do we have here? Double area grab, machine gun. This is a broken hand. It is absurd. Yo, if you could take 6 chips into a turn, this would be the most unfair hands ever. Alright.
Yeah, that would be...
Erase, how interesting. Okay, maybe Symes doesn't like the idea of volcano panels being in play here, so doesn't want to go for maybe that area grab and be standing on those panels, right?
I think you don't want to go Slash here just because of Dab's specific setup. You don't want to take it all and hit 3 to the face, trying to hug the front, so Symes gonna be a little bit more flexible with this Erase Cross. Ooh, gets the turn 1 D-Cross, 2 hits off of the machine gun that have been boosted by Erase Cross here.
Yeah, got caught lacking. Should have definitely ran front as soon as you saw it queuing up, but paying attention to the charge shot, the misdirection got you. Ooh, and there you go. Gotta sometimes showcase the use of movement and keep your nerves. Don't move. Sometimes you end up stepping into a charge shot you had no business taking in the first place.
Yeah, Dab just chilling out at the top now, not getting tricked into stepping down into the center and taking that charge shot just now. Ooh, and double area grab here, they're gonna cancel each other out. Oh no. Not able to line up the Erase Man, but this Element Man will connect. Chooses Element Grass, so there's or Element Wood, so it creates grass. Oh, but the Heatman, which would have been doubled on this grass, gets blocked by an anti-damage here. Symes able to avoid damage.
And of course, Symes does have Element Man in hand as well. Gonna wait for near the end of the turn to go ahead and pop that off. Oh, pops it off now.
Yeah,
Nice.
Symes, I guess, just wants to use it a bit earlier so that you don't have that blinking, don't have that that free partial invis at the end of turn, right?
Yeah, one big thing about this matchup is Gregor gets so much pressure from charge shots here, and the more they land those charge shots, the more deliberating it becomes, you know? Oh, amazing job holding on, go chip charging away Alec for 200 damage instead. Wow, not Alec, excuse me, Element Man. That's insane. That's a whole turn of just chip charging. That's a scoop face. Yeah, we're gonna scoop up game one, go right to game two. You got it. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, that is a ton of damage coming out from Erase Beast right there, and you can kind of see the outcome when there's no fast gauge to oppose it, and there's also no there were no wind racks there. There was no beast wind rack to remove that Erase Beast, and significantly reduce the damage either. So Dab's definitely gonna have to reach into their folder, think about ways to counteract this Erase Beast play.
Ooh, going Tengu. I like the adjustment here. What's the follow-up though? What are we trying to do here? Blast, and not sure if I like that. I would have tried charge shotting away the cubes into the back row. Oh, okay, I like that. Yes, sir, I'll take that.
Yeah, that was a very smooth play right there. Pulling Symes to the front with an immediate wind rack follow-up.
A little bit of misdirection on the opposite side this time. Yeah, I was charge shotting, but now I'm not. Ooh, this is a big play from Symes here. Slow gauge into slash cross pressure. You better have something for it. Drugs does, however, have access to those golem hits, right? So this is very scary for Symes to just be going into right now. Are you gonna hit okay? Hit okay. Do it. Okay, here we go. Slow gauge comes out. Life Aura is gonna combat it. Ooh. Raceman's gonna whiff here. Area grab here would be able to deny like the golem hits, so that's actually not bad.
Yeah, except for the fact that Dab is in Tengu, so they can pull you to the front and follow up with that golem hit.
That is true, but we're not seeing it happening here.
Yeah, Symes does have this anti-damage up anyways, so it will block one hit.
Beast out or cross change here, I definitely favor a cross change, maybe into a Lek, just so you can do some decent damage here with charge shots and maintain your offensive pressure.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit early to beast here, so Symes gonna stay in slash cross here. Not even gonna bother cross canceling.
Interesting.
Because Judgment SP, the books are gonna pop anti damage, and Dab's gonna throw some of these time freeze chips out.
Yeah, you don't win the Buster trade here, and Symes is not going to step forward into that realm. I would have liked to see more Buster shots, but Symes not stepping up is probably smarter because then you don't get crossed up by Erase Man into a golem hit potentially. Oh, and there's the Elect Sword we talked about earlier. This will be one of the ways to deal with Tengu here with the chip charge variant for from Elect. Wow, slash cross here. Whew.
Yeah, slash cross's charge shot, or rather their chip charge, does let them charge a sword chip and fire it out. Erase Man gonna time out in the center here and paralyze Symes. and do a nice 120 damage. Ooh! Oh, wow, what a combo.
There it is. Nice.
Lance? That was a Lance into an Aqua Dragon freeze into the goal and hit 3. Symes gets that Elix Sword off, decrosses Dab, and takes that 300 damage, but definitely took a lot more damage this turn.
Oh no, is that a Gundel force? Woo! Oh, here we go.
This might be lethal. This might be, if Dab doesn't have some defensive answers here, this might be game.
Oh, going into Tomahawk here, really smart. No answer to it either,
Ooh.
and gets back panels as well, which will deny some more damage from that Kernel Force. And the area
wow.
grab too! Nice! Oh!
Oh!
Man.
Even gets a step into Symes right there and get that free blinking to dodge more of that Kernel Force.
And the turn invisible will lead into the next turn with some invulnerability here. But that can be countered by something that Invis pierces, of course, but not many options left in the folder for that, though.
Yeah, that was some really smooth defensive play, managing to reduce that Kernel Force damage by so much. Symes on the back foot here, gonna have to use the rest of these resources pretty intelligently.
I do like the ability of chip charging heat here, or rather using beast charges, just to do some extra damage, but I think heat is better here. Oh, I don't know about this one. Ooh, okay, you do have Life Aura going for you. 3 framed on the Life Aura here. Nothing comes out of it though. Element is met with the... Oh, that's not good. No way to deal with it. Oh man, what a tricky movement there. Oh, this is kind of a tough situation for Symes. Yeah, we do have 2 recover 300s in hand though, so that can definitely give us some more survivability, perhaps.
Yeah, personally, this is a very tough spot for Symes specifically because he's in Beast, right? So you've got this 1 turn left of Beast, and you kind of want to use it to get some value, especially when you're on the back foot like this. Symes gonna take these recovery 300s, boost that HP back up probably.
Area grab. If you stay in the back, it will deny. Almost got hit
Oh
there.
no! Oh no!
Oh, the Heat Man!
Oh!
Escape, run, escape, run as fast as you can. Oh, damn.
Oh no! That's it.
Oh no, it's not it. We got these 2 recovered 300s. Run! What are we doing? Get out of there. Okay. Oh wow. I love that. That was so smart. Dab gonna go ahead and play around this beast charge. Oh, and the accidental release of the button there, giving the opponent Holy Panel instead. Oh, I know Symes was kicking himself for that one. He just turned into ice anyway. Oh, for the follow-up
wow.
play. Wow, Dab just going for it. And finishes this round. We got 1 more though.
Yeah, Symes drops that Holy Panel and it's just like, here, free Holy Panel, just, you can take it. And and Dab just goes, I don't want your Holy Panel, and throws nice lead onto it to set up for that freeze combo.
I didn't ask for this. Ice Panel. I know what I want. I love it. I love it. Even playing around the beast charges there at the end, that could have been devastating amounts of damage there. Ooh, man, Dab just playing out of their mind that round.
Yeah, that was really well played, especially those defensive turns. But also some very slick combos.
Eraseman in hand. Time's just waiting for the opportunity. Oh, that was a good read, but
Not able to line it up. That would have been 300 damage.
I think that was a really impressive read by Symes there, but I think he got out-predicted by Dab. Dab was like, I went left twice. I'm gonna go right now. Really nice, really nice. I don't disagree with Beast Out. I don't disagree with Beast Out here because you have all these null chips and you can convert them into damage very easily. Ooh. Oh, trying to go for a pull. Oh, not this time. Not this time, friend. Holding that back B, or rather that back button.
Oh, perfect defense here from Symes, blocking this double damage Heatman SP.
Even then, patiently waiting for Symes to hit with a charge shot just to punish? That was so smart. Good thing Symes had that defense, though. Charge here is a good play since you can go ahead and get some more battle chips in your folder. You know, Symes is only playing with Cuss 6, so you kind of want more than that. Oh, accidental TFC and T-Race, man.
Yeah, a bit of a misplay from Symes here, reflexively going for that invis. Gonna get punished by this Erase Man.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. Yo, Symes, he's like, I bet. I'll see your IC with some Sanctuary, though.
Dab, not afraid of this Charge Man though, actually taking the time to pav up and release that Tengu rack, even getting us a very cheeky hit in, even on the Sanctuary.
Yeah, that was very disciplined movement there too, stepping around them and still able to land a charge shot afterwards as well. Really nice spacing. And who says this isn't like Street Fighter or some other fighter, man? There's always tech and always way to play around stuff. Oh, you're gonna get clipped. Yeah, you're gonna get clipped. Oh, they dodged it!
Ooh.
Ooh, we're all the way. Oh, the movement. Oh my gosh, the movement. Yes, sir. Let's go, Dad. Oh, that was good. That was an amazing read. Let's go, Symes. Oh, but this holy panel is a bit of a waste here. Yeah, you kind of have to throw that away now. That kind of sucks. Judgman will get area back, though. Judgman into area grab. Maybe change into... no reason to change. Keep the pressure up with charge. You're getting more chips and value out of it anyways. Maybe go for something like Element Man. Ah, but doesn't go. Oh, that sucks.
Gonna get those full 6 books and all of this area back, and that is gonna be an area reversal.
But the IC.
Oh,
Oh, double.
there's
Oh
the
my
combo.
gosh. Very nice, very nice. But now Symes has anger locked and loaded here. Oh, it went away before the end of the turn. Oh, that's so fortunate. Wow, 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 wow. So I'm definitely thinking after that one, he's like, dang, I wanted to use that. Whoa, sheesh. Okay, is there a reason to change crosses here, right? I think you just stay Tengu. Yeah, I agree. Oh. Okay, Judgment SP will take back this area, which is very good. Ooh, hub. Okay, yeah, just gonna go for a fireball. Oh no! Decided that this ice is a little too risky here. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that.
Ooh, and there are the recovery 300s in Symes' folder. That's gonna be a really significant boost back up to almost 1800 HP. In fact, Symes feels so safe, and Dab's folder is missing that burst really. No,
Yeah, there's not
still
a
gonna
lot
go
of
for
it.
it. Still gonna go for it. Just nothing to lose, and you get these chips out of the way, right?
Yeah, I think it's better to just go for your recover 300s now anyway. It's not like using them later is gonna make a huge difference. Nice. Blast Man doing ×2 for 240, basically only making that recover 300 a recover 300 and lines up. Oh, but the drop! No, 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 no. Oh, wait, okay, no.
Yeah, that was a premature Element Man anyways, but it would have been really good to get a D-Cross on that.
Ooh, okay, maybe it was planned. Maybe he just wanted the ice there, but I don't know. I think it was a bit rushed, yeah. Oh, almost dodged out of that one.
So that was an interesting play to get that freeze break combo again, but I'm not so sure I agree with it. Even with the extra damage on that, I think it might have been better to just get a D-Cross.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree here. But
'Cause,
we might see a D-Cross coming soon, though. With the Lex Sword in hand.
yeah, that's not the right kind of D-Cross I'm looking for, because Dab needs a D-Cross, their opponent, not need a D-Cross. But
Oh.
yeah, definitely a lot of damage flying out from these freeze break combos, but also not really able to check this Elite Cross. It has carved so much HP up.
Very smart going for a cross change here. Nice, eating that up pretty well too. Times feeling safe in the back. Hoping it's a TFC. Oh, just going for some quick buster shots. Unfortunately, Drugs doesn't have any access to anything like Buster Bug, so he won't be able to clear out that. Oh, the wind rack! Did he use it? I don't think he used it. Okay, alright. I think he did get it then. Alright. Whew, that would have sucked. That would have been so bad. Oh man. Okay, yes, the animation is there. Oh,
Oh, the dodge! The dodge! Dab
Go!
jumping.
Let's go! Yo! Okay, thankfully, oh, but dodging the ×2! Wow, wow, wow! That was amazing! That was so good! Chip charging in neutral, not gonna help out too much there. 2 charge shots in. Yeah, no need to change. Just lock in this life aura. You have potential to beast out later. Really? We're doing this now? Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just wants to end it all. Wow. Really? Okay. Okay. Alright. I guess it was over.
Yeah, Symes maybe weighing the defensive options that Dab had left to them and just realizing they could close it out. But yeah,
That
well played to both players there.
Yo, not a single one of these matches today missed. These are all high quality, high end matches. And oh man, just the explosiveness of them. Wow, I'm just so impressed right now. I'm so impressed.
Yeah, and with that, I think we can head into the setups for our next set of the day. Most likely also gonna knock our pants off.
It is going to be player zero versus me. Hello. Is I. Alrighty then. Looking at the setups, we've seen player zero already with the fantastic G code build that he set up for himself. It's very strong. Things I'm gonna want to watch out for in this match are definitely this area grabs because it happens too often where PZ locks you down and then uses a certain chip to do a lot of damage. It always gets all the hits, no matter what. It doesn't even matter if you're standing in the center. You'll get 8. No big deal.
Definitely helps that you're running those T-code SP navies because you're gonna get that Tomahawk SP. That is a way to threaten Player Zero's Tengu, and we all know how much Player Zero loves that Tengu lock potential.
T-code is really good for Splash too because Tomahawk Man SP does not cause flashing on hit. So if you do get the sequence of Tomahawk into Tengu, and position it well, you should get a lot of damage squeezed out in one turn, which is what makes it so good. And Tengu Man, of course, also checking that pesky race cross if you run up into one of those players.
One thing I can see being kind of rough in this matchup for you is Player Zero does have that regged static, and your F code is obviously a little bit more erase leaning, right? With those 3 machine gun 3s and 3 magnums, you're hoping to get that cursor boost onto those chips. So
yeah, it's very tough.
Yeah, so Player Zero having that immediate static available right off the bat could threaten you with a turn 1 decross very quickly. So it's going to be interesting to see how you play around that.
One thing I do want to point out here, which makes this matchup so much more variable, right, is the lack of tag chips on PZ's side, right? So this is what happens when you have open setups, and this is a concept I didn't think about too much before I entered this tournament, is when you see your opponent has a couple of tag chips, you can safely assume by turn 2, turn 3, those chips are in their hand. But because Player Zero lacks tags, you don't see or you don't exactly know what's in his hand at any point aside from the static, right? Because of the lack of those tags. I don't think, okay, turn 3, he should have seen his tag chips. Maybe I play this way to avoid that, right? And that's something I feel like a lot of people tend to miss. Like, for instance, I have Magnum tag here with Windrat. So PZ knows to be extra wary because I might actually just draw the Magnum or the Windrat immediately. So that changes up his lines of plays.
Yeah, definitely the tags can kind of indicate, they can give away what's in your hand a little bit in terms of the timing and giving your opponent a bit of a hint of what to watch out for. Not having those tags at all in PZ's folder does make it a little bit more of a question mark. But yeah, I think with that we can jump right into the set.
All right, watching from PZ's side, this is actually going to be pretty interesting for me too because I'm always thinking like super big brain. All right, maybe this is what they're doing. This. How do I beat that? And it's just so scary. PZ opted to not take static, even though my build here is very ingrained in going with erase, mostly to make sure I lock into that option before going for that, right? You don't want to just take static and then, oh man, he didn't decide to do that at all. Now I kind of lose value on this, right? So I think it's really smart to just avoid taking static turn 1 just to make sure. And it pays off very well for them here.
Yeah, taking that immediate charge tackle on grass though, that's a good chunk of damage.
Yeah, able to clear out that barrier as well very early on.
Oh no, that Element Man, that 3-frame actually, I think it works out in Player Zero's advantage there, but actually not using it to clear the Sanctuary.
Yeah, very unfortunate. I kind of saw it as PZ kind of being like, oh, well, in reality, I guess I didn't get this or something. But it was an accidental input. Yeah, honestly.
That was... Oh, wow. Yeah, so not being able to clear that, that Sanctuary is going to be pretty impactful, I think. PC does have this Wood Dragon available, does have Groundman SP, but that is going to be a bit of a setback right off the start.
Nice.
Oh.
Stepping forward was probably the best option here too, because that means the Wood Dragon isn't able to take out any of the Sanctuary panels. So after missing that Bubble Star, I knew PZ only had one in the folder, so I wanted to pressure forward as much as possible, especially since I know there's 5 area grabs in that deck waiting for me. It was a really tough call, but it ends up paying off.
Yeah, that was a bit of a risky Bubble Star from Player Zero. Trying to use it at the very front like that does give you the opportunity to dodge down at the front to duck it, really.
I do end up eating some of those, which is unfortunate. I don't know what I was thinking. I ate too many of those machine guns. I should have walked out of there. It's so bad.
PZ losing a ton of HP here thanks to that Eli Cross. One of those hits being ×2 and a D Cross on Spout as well.
Yeah, that also showcases the power that Magnum has. Obviously, opponents that have air shoots or something like that, or even flow shoes, kind of counter the ability of Magnums without uninstall. But because I was able to lock PZ down there, I was able to get a lot of charge shots in.
Ooh, yeah, PZ just eating almost all of these Eli Cross charge shots.
Charge shots putting in so much work right now. But there's a Wind Rack in hand, and oh my gosh, this is what his hand looked like. The Meteor Knuckles and Near Variable, and he's going for it. Oh boy. No comment.
So it looks like PZ is going to want to try to make use of this this blinking from receiving a charge shot, and just use that to get this Wind Rack off. It works out. Get Invis to get an extra layer of defense here. I'm probably gonna go for it. Ooh, not able to secure that panel. Gonna have to go for a Sonic Boom or hope for this best Buster Jam proc, but no Buster Jam procs. Oh, finally one shows up. Ooh, sneaking that Meteor Knuckle in. It even pops anti-damage with that final Knuckle thanks to that interaction, but gets finished off by by Tengu Man SP.
That was so much damage. I think he got like 7 hits off of that.
Yeah, so almost a comeback there for Player Zero. Very close. Ooh, and now it's a Permahole's front field right here. So kind of rough especially for Player Zero who likes that Tengu lock. Not gonna have that option available this game. Gonna have to switch up the strategy.
And of course, this area is so good for Aquacross here because you get the easy access to punishing with charge shots and maybe getting freezes. Especially since turn 1, the former game, I actually ended up going with charge. So that could be a really strong read for PZ here if I go charge again.
Yeah, definitely the cross mind game is really strong here. So normally you would think, well, Soul wants to go into Erase with all these cursor chips. And that's all is an option here. But against Static, Reg Static, it's really risky. And then so the second cross that comes to mind would be Charge Cross, and just because you get that the extra cust, you get a bit more flexibility. You have a bit of a defensive option in the charge tackle.
Especially since I have float, which means I'll be able to safely use charge shots and walk around. But the perma panel does put a huge wrench in that kind of mindset, right? Because I can't go down in charge tackle on that row at all.
Ooh, and there it is. That is the cross mind game coming to its conclusion here, with Soul choosing to go into Elite Cross, which is a very strong option turn 1 as well. But PZ has this life aura prepared, and manages to hold out for this turn. Not getting punished for that bit of a misread in the cross mind game there, thanks to this turn 1 life aura.
Oh man, the footsies there were so like, oh, I was feeling so much pressure. I was like, I don't want to get frozen.
So T-Chomp in Twitch chat asks, the bubble and no response. What happened there? So the spout charge shot, it hits, but there's a delay between the bubbles starting to appear and the actual damage and the actual charge shot. So it's possible to hit someone with it while they're buffering a movement up or down, or I'm not sure if they could do it forward as well, but basically they could buffer a movement out of it, so there's the visual of it hitting, but it doesn't actually do the damage. And so that's most likely what happened there with the spout charge, and Soul constantly stepping up and down, able to buffer a movement and dodge it.
So at this point in time, it is definitely my fault. I am thinking a little too hard, maybe, because I have to deal with this life aura, but I also have to find a way to pressure PZ. I kind of was thinking about beasting out here on PZ side, rather, but I didn't know for sure. I actually kind of don't remember what I went for in this turn. I went to erase finally.
So a very awkward position here. Ooh, getting that life aura removal and a knockback there. Both players getting stunned there for a second. The static, ooh, and the heat dragon. Everything connecting here for player 0. And that was an uninstall as well. So a lot of damage coming out. A lot of player 0's chips finding their mark there.
Yeah, that was a tough round for me. That turn was, whew, okay. So the way I was thinking, I was like, all right, maybe he doesn't bring the static this turn, right? Maybe he's still waiting. I'll go erase. I think it's safe. Not today. And then of course the drop on that Magnum. Oh man. There was a little bit of input lag on both sides, I think. I think more so on player 0 because he was quiet this time around.
Ooh, hold on. This is a very smart move. If player 0 does what I'm thinking of, because of the perma holes and then also the ice panel formation right here, a Tomahawk chip charge, the Tomahawk Beast chip charge, would actually be unavoidable for you right here.
The only way I could avoid it anyway is by stepping forward. But I made the read and went heat cross.
PZ getting that Falzar feather damage in. Ooh, and he's gonna pop your anti-damage here with Tengu Man. Pretty good trade.
Amazing trade. You see, the problem here is I can't just rush forward and punish, right? I have to either camp or catch him slipping, which doesn't happen at all. PZ was really on guard that turn, so I couldn't get any value out of being in heat cross. Those perma holes really hurt.
They limit the strategies available for both players here, so there's an element of adaptation, forced adaptation here. And that recovery 300, well, I wasn't sure if Player Zero was going to chip charge that or just use it, but it looks like Player Zero is going to get that added safety there, extra layer of about 200 HP back. And this tops Player Zero off at almost full HP, which is going to be really rough for you to get through. You're going to need to make these charge shots count, somehow manage to connect with them. There's got to be some sort of conversion here in terms of getting that value out of your crosses. One of the big problems here for Soul is that having lost the race cross, a lot of that boosted damage from Machine Gun 3 and these magnums is not going to be present.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, but sneaking in this Element Man right under this barrier 200. Player Zero didn't seem too concerned about it, was actually willing to let the Tomahawk cross go.
Yeah, I think it's a smarter position for PZ all around, simply because of the opportunity to just get your barrier 200 and maintain it in this area. It was just the smartest play possible, honestly. And then, of course, being able to just use all these beast charges. Oh, so much damage.
Ooh, yeah, that final beast charge, though, I'm not sure if it was worth it because Player Zero ended up jumping into you and losing the anti-damage. But still, this very big HP difference does mean that even with that one wasted defense, still a very comfortable 1200 HP gap, almost exactly 1200 HP gap. Area grab comes down for Soul. With this +1 area, it might still be hard because of the ice panels. Yeah, these ice panels are a serious impediment.
Like they lasted way longer than usual. Yeah. And oh, I do have flow shoes in my cust, but remember I got uninstalled, so losing out on the flow shoes means I can't respond in the way I really want to.
Ooh, ground down SP, but you had an invis. Perfect answer to this.
Ah, this is so tough.
Ooh, and breaking those panels. Oh no, there's the Meteor Knuckle finish right there.
Oh man, I didn't have any defenses to combat that. Oh.
And finally, we have a grass field starter right here. Both sides of the field, just a full-on grass. Might make charge cross a bit more tempting to go into for Soul here. Could also get some value out of a fire sword. That one fire sword in Soul's folder also would get doubled here.
I definitely like the sequence that PC's going for with this hand. I think the idea of going into heat or charge is so appealing that going into Aqua is just the right choice. Ooh, short
A
freeze.
bit of a freeze here. Ooh, and very nice. Soul able to line up for this Erase Man. It's not squeeze in a charge tackle. Doesn't look like there was enough time. PZ did mash out very quickly. Not able to use the Groundman SP before end of turn. Not enough time there to get the damage in. So the question becomes whether or not PZ will hold on to it. Looks like PZ is just going to toss the Groundman SP. Already has this pretty amazing hand here. This is a very early turn 2 Neo Variable Knuckles with a lot of other really good chips in hand too. That static uninstall option also available.
Turn 2. What did I do to deserve this? Like, you know, we're all friends here. We commune and play the game together, but nah. PC wants all the smoke.
Ooh, and a very nice decross right here. Getting that E-like. But it also provides a little bit of safety here. PZ able to use this broken panel. Oh, and this is a perfect frame. Catches you out, but doesn't get the optimal damage here. 4 hits still from Meteor Knuckle. Oh, and even the Sonic Boom. The perfect timing.
The optimal play was to actually go to the top row and camp forward. That was the optimal play because I can still use the intangibility frames. Well, not all the way forward, but at least one forward because then I would have been safe. But, oh, man, what a bad read on my end. I should have knew it was in there.
Yeah, thankfully there was that one area grab which turned it into a 6-panel configuration versus a 4-panel configuration for the Meteor Knuckle damage. Definitely saved yourself a bit of HP there. Ooh, some very good chip usage here. Oh, but base...
Misplay. So after that wind rack, I should have immediately pressed A because that would have been a confirm. But I took 2 extra unnecessary steps there, which ended up me whiffing base here. Ah, such a big whiff.
Yeah, unfortunately, PZ has this 842 HP here thanks to that base whiff. Whereas if I'd connected, you two would have been on almost equal HP. The +1 area slash play, especially after having seen the Meteor Knuckles already, a little bit less risky. Life Aura comes here to protect from the Erase Man.
But again, defense played so well by PZ, getting himself out of the situation. Nothing for me to do except make a read. Stepping
no,
forward
that was not a read. Okay, no,
that was 100% a read, bro.
You can't pass that off as a read. You were obviously going to try to step forward and protect your front area there. No way.
I was waiting so long. I waited for it. I didn't step forward immediately. I waited. That was a read. Oh my gosh. Don't take this from me. Oh my gosh. Not that it matters anyway.
Yeah, you get this Tengu, which not only clears your life aura. Oh no, actually the second hit does not pop your anti-damage. Very nice.
Judgment, we'll definitely deal with all of these anti-damage as well. Really bad play stepping up there.
Still a ton of defense on player Zero's part, specifically this Life Aura about to come down. Oh, but Soul dodges this Element Man freeze with the help of this Invis.
I should have waited for the TFC instead. But honestly, okay, so that situation's awkward because PG didn't have to just be the first one to Life Aura. He could have waited for me to confirm a slash and then put up Life Aura safely anyway. So there's really not much I could have done about that situation, although I would have gotten a D-Cross out of it though.
Ooh, no Buster Jam procs. It's a very rare occurrence, especially with that many P shots right there.
Absolutely. A beast over here will just make the entire turn for PZ just completely invulnerable. And that's GG.
Yeah, well played to PZ and Soul right there. Very interesting set.
Yeah, it was an awesome game, honestly. Very tough for both players on the end there. Dropping base there ended up kind of mattering because I was able to do enough damage, but not enough to close it out, I guess. Man, that was rough. GG's to
Yeah,
PZ.
definitely a very close set. And yeah, well played again. And I think with that, we can head into our next set of the day, which should be Sharona, Nep versus Easy A.
All right, Sharon and Ep, we've seen both players here earlier today already. So we don't really know what's kind of going up for this match. So maybe what is each player going to be wanting to pay attention to in order to advance their game plan? What do you think?
So it's a very interesting question. Sharona Nep does have this all of the boost, all of the synergy with the Gregor crosses. Gonna want to get all of that damage in. It's kind of interesting because there's so much potential for all this damage boost, the flat damage boost from the crosses with this chip usage. So it's just going to be, I think, a cross mind game going into the crosses that are optimal for the situation, getting as much damage as you can with each cross while you're cycling them, and just taking down your opponent that way, because both players here are relatively low HP Gregors. 1450 on Sharona's side, 1500 on Easy A's side, and Easy A does have recoveries, but they're only recovery 200s, so they're not quite as potent as recovery 300s. I don't think there's going to be a lack of damage. I don't think there's going to be a situation where the players don't have enough damage to take each other down. So it's just going to come down to maybe a damage race. Whoever can squeeze it out first and take their opponent out will come out ahead. And I think maybe not being too fixated on like maximizing value from all of your chips, but just making sure, so, you know, some good combos land, maybe 1 or 2 good combos land, get some good charge shot damage in, and then your opponent's down to Kernel Force lethal range, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on Easy A's side, of course, there's Delta Ray instead, so a little bit different of a win condition there, but they've got Tomahawk SP and Tengu SP, so Sharona's gonna have to watch out for that.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of people compare Kernel Force to the other Gigas so often and say, or come to the same conclusion of, oh, Kernel Force is simply just the best Giga in Gregor. but it's honestly just not the case. Like, we've seen Delta Ray pull off some amazing upsets while opponents are in Tengu Cross or otherwise, and it's just I feel like each Giga has its own opportunity to shine and its own opportunity to do a tons amount of damage if you play around it correctly, you know? So, like, obviously Colonel Force is more, I wouldn't even say it's just more turn your brain off, press button, because there's still elements to the chip that can be blocked or can be denied if you're not careful, right? But Delta Ray and base, they're TFC able. So you can really catch an opponent in a TFC sequence where they can't avoid it anymore. Same thing with Big Hook. You know, Big Hook has the potential to do double damage if the opponent's frozen even. So that could be potentially more damage than either of those, right? Depending on the situation. I just think you can't really judge the game Gregar based on Colonel Force and think that's the end-all be-all.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I do think Colonel Force might be. It's kind of hard to think about.
Yeah.
Because it is. It's. I don't know if I want to call it the most consistent. It might be the easiest to get a relatively high value out of using, and it also shapes your playstyle in terms of how you want to use your beast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it shapes that. Whereas the other chips, the time freeze gigas for Gregar, are a little bit more standalone. You know, you don't care whether you're in beast or not when you're using Delta Ray, when you're using Big Hook, when you're using base. So there's a little bit more flexibility there. And yeah, there's different things that each giga can do for sure. Colonel Force is hard pressed to get you as much damage as like a Delta Ray, a 3-hit Delta Ray on Tengu. That's basically an instant deletion almost, in most cases. And Colonel Force there's no element attached to it. You know, you can't decross Tengu with it, so if your opponent is playing a really aggressive Tengu game, Colonel Force is not something you can lean on. The things it provides are you know, just like universally useful. It can be quite powerful. Most folders will have a decent number of area grabs in them, so you're going to be able to maximize the Colonel Force damage potentially.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's got some problems like super holes. If there's a forward super hole, it's going to be very hard to get more than a +1 area Colonel Force, and it might even provide a safe zone versus Colonel Force for your opponent where they could block 2 panels worth, right?
Yeah, it's really tough. Like, even base, right? If your opponent is plus area on you and they're camping forward, base does nothing, right? It doesn't have value, but maybe Delta Ray Edge has a value there because they're still within range of getting hit 3 times if they're camping forward, right? But Colonel Force also is kind of taking less damage into account because you're less on the area too. So it's different situations that each plays out into. I think Colonel Force is by far the easiest one to play and set up, especially since it's unreactable at times because it doesn't start a TFC. It paralyzes on the first hit, so everything you do in between is pretty much a free follow-up if it doesn't flash. It's just, I don't know.
I think there's a lot of factors that go into it. I think Colonel Force is, generally speaking, harder to deal with for people because it's not time freeze. There isn't the potential to throw up defense. If you get hit by the first soldier before you're able to throw up defense, then you're paralyzed for the entire duration, and you can take a ton of damage in that time. So it's something you have to watch out for and react to. And you don't have that kind of buffer to do a time freeze counter to throw up your defense for it. And it kind of depends because Gregar, I think it's also very heavily folder dependent.
Yeah.
Because you could play folders, like for example, E-code is kind of you could call it more of a beast rush code.
Mm-hmm.
And with beast rushes, it's in a similar vein where you don't have the time to throw up time freeze. You don't have the opportunities to do time freeze counters to protect yourself. When a combo starts, you're in the thick of it, and you're just gonna get hit by who knows how much damage at that point. And so maybe if you were running a Beast Rush code or a Beast Rush folder that has a lot more stuff that's hard to react to, that comes out of nowhere, maybe you would want to mix it up and have Delta Ray or Big Hook or Base, because then that becomes your time freeze threat, right? Your opponent would start to feel safe in saying, you have a lot of stuff that's gonna jump in my face and hit me right off the bat, which means that I want to throw up my defense early to block it, right? And then that will actually create an opportunity for you to go, you're using defense, okay, I'm gonna counter with base, right? Or I'm gonna counter with Delta Ray. So there's a lot of like different factors to think about in terms of the Giga usage and the Giga application, and it has to do as well with like folder synergy and chip synergy and like what play style your folder is already going for, and a bunch of factors like that. So I think it's interesting to think about. But with that, we have seen both of these folders before. We've seen both of these builds, and so it's going to be interesting to see which one comes out on top in this set.
Alright, let's hop on into it. Okay, whew. Looking at these hands already, I can tell it's gonna be a really tough time. Okay, so you can wait definitely a turn, set up this barrier, and immediately next turn just start going for Beast Rush combos. Like, obviously it depends on what Charge Cross allows you to draw into with that extra chip, but it's pretty safe to say we're gonna be seeing some Beast Rush combos in the next coming turn.
Yeah, and this is going to be interesting to see. It's 1450 versus 1500, so this relatively low HP threshold. Both players go into Charge Cross right off the bat. Ooh, Sharona taking one charge tackle there, but able to block this Blast Man SP with the help of this Barrier 200. Sharona getting that float shoe value right there, showing off that, you know, those conveyor panels are not going to affect them.
Ooh, I like the sequence here. Going with the White Capsule on the Elect Pulse 2. Gonna go ahead and get the pull forward and the paralysis, which will basically allow the Corn Fiesta, well, not Corn Fiesta, the Corn Shot, excuse me, and the Fire Burner to kind of connect here. It's all hinging on hitting that first Elect Pulse though, so we're gonna have to see if that connects here. Immediate connection. Oh, jeez. What a combo.
Oh no!
That's unfortunate.
The air spin, instead of stopping there, it crashed right into Sharona, and it did paralyze them, but that's not what you want to see.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think it was more of, like, it's not a read, but the positioning allowed for the air spin to stop in the center, but it seemed like Sharona stepped up and down and walked into it instead, which was the situation you least wanted. Oh. You know what? I don't mind this. Trading paralysis? Dang.
Yeah, that Tomahawk SP does not reach at this range. Sharona gonna hug the back here. Full cost comes out from Easy A, ending the turn.
Escaping that turn and going to the next is probably the best situation for you, because now you're not taking too much damage from P shots, or rather, not even P shots, Gregor Buster. Very different thing. So it's better to be out of there in the turn, and now you get to recover for it, which is also very nice. Ooh, just eating all the machine gun hits.
Ooh, not able to connect with Element Ice. That would have been 480 damage in a D-Cross. But Easy A
Yikes.
stepping back.
walk up anti-damage. That was the most intimidating thing. Just step up, anti-damage. Ooh, that was pretty funny. I kind of like the idea of going into Sanctuary here. We've already seen Tomahawk Man come into play. There's no Erase Man here either. Yeah, I think taking the
Ooh, very nice. Popping that anti-damage through the bubble wrap as well, so that the grab revenge can knock your opponent back.
okay, maybe okay, now that we've seen oh no, was that a mistake? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was scary the way it looked for a second there. Nice.
Oh, the buffered movement to dodge it. I mean, it was on Sanctuary anyways, but looks like that will close it out for Sharona.
Yeah, it would have been 250. Not that impressive, unfortunately. Once again, just going for that barrier into charge. Not bad here. Worst case scenario for Easy A here is just to go focus because you just get so much momentum off of that. Oh
no.
Gonna take half the damage here, so not too bad, but the barrier just eviscerates here.
And not able to pop that invis at the end of turn to the trigger rush here, so effectively you've only got one invis unless you can use both as time freeze counters now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay very close attention to how you use those defenses in order to protect yourself. Just gonna trade charge shots here. Oof.
Sanctuary here, gonna get dropped and reduce a lot of this damage. Easy A dropping this bubble wrap, as well as putting up this anti-damage.
Okay, you know what? I kind of like this, right? The machine gun with the power pill on it will definitely allow that bubble wrap to come back a little sooner, right? And maybe you can get the connection with the judgment in order to get rid of the bubble completely. Or you could have just took that wind rack. Ooh! Nice! There it is! Oh, but beat! I hate that bird.
Never forget the feed bird.
Must always feed burb. Oh my
Oh, no.
gosh.
Taking that on grass, that is rough. These charge tackles are getting kind of out of hand. Both players just sticking it out in charge cross here. And Easy A got that ×2 damage on grass there.
Sometimes you have to respect the bird, man. Like, it be hungry. It gotta eat. Feed it. Feed your bird. Oh, Erase Man, gonna go ahead and whiff here. So nailing a charge shot right now is the best case scenario because then you'll get to not only deal.
Oh wow. Sharona managing to step forward after the wind rack and get themselves onto that holy panel, saving themselves from a lot of that damage.
That was intense just now, but now we're gonna follow up with an even more intense power that is known as Kernel Force. Fortunately, there's no Gundel Soul to go alongside that, but this is gonna be a lot of damage regardless. Grab Revenge. Did we mash it out? Yeah, we did!
There it is, there it is.
Delta Ray on a holy panel!
Delta Ray.
Does that still 1, 2? That's 1 HP left. Is there a power pill on it? Whoa, but the slight! Yo! the push allowed for a follow-up, which means, wow, that was insane. So during big push or big push effects, which are usually given to you by things like Grab Revenge, you cannot do anything during that slot. You are completely vulnerable to anything they throw out until the slide is, which means during this had to not only eat that Delta Ray, but she also had to eat this P-Shot before the end of the slide. That was really nicely done. Oh man. Easy A! You're a whole different human being right now. I'm quite impressed. Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, that was crazy. I did not expect that interaction.
Man, when you get into like big push and setups for that, it's just so insane what you can do.
Sharona gonna drop this, oh wow. With a machine gun into the corn shot right up. And on the other side we have Easy Aimer.
And a Wood Dragon too at the end there. Unfortunately, get more grass because Sharona was in the back there, so. And now we do have the Sanctuary in play too. Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
but this is gonna sneak in. 2 hits, 320 damage, very clean from this Tengu Man SP.
Yeah, I think you kind of just hold on to this low gauge.
And
But
this is pretty interesting here because, oh, end of turn slow gauge from Sharona. But this is pretty interesting. Both players went into charge, but I think that was actually a mistake from both of them. Because neither of them have air shoes. Sharona has float shoes, but they just don't help with these perma holes. So there's only one row on which you can connect a charge tackle. And I think Sharona just realized that and is going, alright, I gotta get out of this. Like, charge crosses. Maybe not as useful here. Yeah, Sharona is eyeing Elec Cross for that charge shot that travels all the way across the screen and is not affected by panel effects, such as broken panels. But ends up staying in charge cross anyways for this turn.
Yeah, I really don't like the interaction that comes from the perma holes and the charge cross. I think I would have changed.
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, yeah, this. Oh my goodness. Okay, it didn't matter. Yo, yeah, that was scary. I mean, there was holy panels anyway, right? So it wouldn't have been that bad.
But yeah, honestly pretty perplexing that both players are choosing to stay in charge cross here. I know they're getting that extra cust, but a little bit more impactful for Sharona, who only has cust 1.
Well, Navi coming in handy here. Gonna steal back these panels. Maybe an area grab afterwards? Oh, Sanctuary of their own. Okay, we got a Sanctuary party over here. Bit of a freeze, give it a second. And there it is. How do you feel about Bubble Wrap as a battleship? I think it's really cool when you TFC it to something like Protoman SP for a block, but I kind of don't like the chip sometimes.
It is a very situational chip. The biggest downside to Bubble Wrap is the fact that because it's Aqua Element, you can't East Charge it. So if it turns out your opponent has an Elec heavy, you're holding onto Elec Cross, it becomes a bit of a problem. Chip slot in those situations. Ooh, and both circle guns connect, but because of the holy panels, They actually damaged combined, 2 circle guns combined to break the barrier 200. They're still 50 200.
Oh man, beat. But this time, because now Element Man's gonna come out to play. But the price of losing your own sanctuary to get rid of theirs? Oh boy. Oh, the combo missed. And now we got life for her. Get off the grass. Get off the grass. Yeah. Oh, okay, that worked out. Grab Revenge is not terrible here, but Colonel Force is definitely stunted by the perma holes here. You're gonna want to line up to the center.
I think it's still more than enough damage. 2 panels of Colonel Force connecting will be a kill here in combination with a little bit of a buster damage. Tomahawk
Get some
SP takes
shots?
the slide bar up, but
Ooh. She's gonna take some time away. Oh, this is so close. Anything can happen. Okay, connects some big damage here. 52 HP left. Oh man, okay, Elect Pulse will definitely deal with the barrier, but I think you should follow up with the Wind Rack. Yeah, that's perfect. The only thing that would save you now is a life or a... not even. Oh, there's just so much heat in his hand. Maybe a Beast Over? Oh, a recovery in the middle of the combo! I didn't even know that was possible! Wow! Wow! Let me tank this real quick. Oh. And oh my goodness! Oh, that was pretty smart going for the fire. Wow, 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 wow. What a sequence that was. This is definitely the game here. But can you protect yourself from Colonel Force? Blastman's gonna get rid of this anti-damage.
yeah, but now
Anti-damage of their own?
yeah, that's game right there.
That's a really cool frame, I'm not gonna lie to you. That was amazing.
Yeah, well played to Sharona and Easy A.
It was a tough match, well fought from both players.
And with that, I think we can head into the setups for our final set of the day, which should be Weenie Whistle versus Thiago.
Okay, so Weenie Whistle versus Diago. This is going to be an interesting matchup. V Code versus B with a little bit of L in there for that nice uninstall. Oh, there's even J and Muramasa in here too. Wow, that's a chip I haven't seen in a while. Muramasa.
Yeah, so this is Thiago's folder, and it is a 1500 HP Air Shoes Gregor setup that's kind of built around double slow gauge, double Geddon, triple Gundel Soul. And so yeah, you see some interesting splash choices there. You see the recovery 300s being taken in J code, and you see the single Muramasa, that splash Muramasa for the potential 500 damage, up to 1000 damage on Tengu. Then you have the Blastman SP and a Protoman SP as well. So there's a lot of Balzar hate in this folder to kind of tie down Tengu and Tomahawk. And then you have the Geddons and the Gundel Souls, which will kind of shut down most Gregars who aren't prepared for it and don't really have like air shoes or anything. But even if you had air shoes, Diego has that uninstall. If that uninstall can connect on a machine gun or a wind rack, then that is going to knock off the shoes as well. So this is going to be up to Weenie Whistle, who did bring their air shoes. It's going to have to protect those air shoes and try and see if they can avoid any potential uninstall.
So looking at the folder, the biggest thing that uninstall can attach itself to is machine gun. You could also attach it to one of the wind racks, but that's usually unlikely. Maybe we'll see that in this set. But being attached to machine gun is kind of telegraphed, so once you see it, you may just be able to safely assume, okay, this has uninstall on it. Can I deny it, right? It is a little bit harder for Dragar to be able to look for the pieces individually to confirm and uninstall. But alongside Charge Cross, and if you're efficiently going through your folder, you should be able to see it by the end, mid or end of the match at least.
Yeah, and this is a Cust 2 setup, so Cust 7 total. So Diego is getting that extra Cust in there, usually unusual for Gregar, but that extra Cust will let Diego get all of those Gundel Souls in their hand, get Gaddon in their hand, play around those chips, kind of keep those chips in their hand instead of what you're forced to do with lower Cust as Gregar, which is, use the chips as you get them. You don't really have the freedom to hold on to too many chips at a time. And so it should be interesting to see, especially because Diego is still low HP in this setup, 1500 HP. So a lot of that extra survivability is going to come from those recovery 300s. And, sometimes you don't get a chance to use those recovery 300s. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, especially with Weenie Whistle rocking the boosted Super Vulcan. Just attack plus 30 in White Capsule, no double point, but still with a Beast Super Vulcan with attack plus 30, that's still 800 damage, and that could be a very big swing. So we'll see how this plays out.
Hey, let's hop right into it. Ooh, very fitting to get this beautiful boss theme at the very end here. In turn 1, Bubble Star into Elect Dragon, one of the staple combos of V-Code to date. Like, that's just so much damage potential right there. Especially when it's boosted by Electro.
Yeah, and the great thing about this combo is that even if your opponent throws up a Life Aura or something and blocks, Elect Dragon will deal with it right after.
It's definitely a nice strategy to explore many times with your V-Code strategy. It allows you to play like one lesserly because the double Elect Dragons can deal with Aura as well. Makes you so much more.
Ooh, and catching Diego, the Bubble Star Elect Dragon combo, interrupting a charge shot as well with that by popping.
How much put on to play already in the very first turn of the game, and Weenie Whistle only taking 100 for his troubles.
So the interesting thing is, do you even want to pop slow gauge? Your opponent has slow gauge and is also probably going to be popping it. So as this is a 4 slow gauge, there's 4 slow gauges between these two Gregar players, you might get the better end of the deal if you just use a Beast Charge. Life Aura comes down for Diego, who also uses it to safely get rid of Rush. Ooh, and there it is, Elect Dragon with that Elect boost, destroys the Life Aura.
Ooh, and what an impressive follow-up turn to Cav! Oh my god, this is lethal! That's above and beyond lethal. You don't even need to do all that. Yeah, just one area grab, just bring in the heat and just go ham. Jeez, oh my goodness. If this hits, the game is over. This is what, turn 3?
Yeah, well you have to keep in mind though is that Diego has the tools to stop this right in its tracks. If Diego Gaddons, then that would be the end of this play.
Oh, and there it is. Erase Man will connect. There's no follow-up. This is GG right here, right now. Not gonna press any buttons to make sure this comes down unhitted. Here we go. Jeez. This combo is just so devastating when you're not prepared for it.
Yeah, and Weenie getting such a good turn 1, just such a good early game, even destroying Thiago's life aura with that Elect Dragon, really set Weenie Whistle up so that when that Kernel Force came, Thiago was already within lethal range.
Honestly, okay, so when you see someone lose like that, obviously, yeah, it's a big loss because you lost so much life, but it's not something you had like full control over, and doesn't make you look like less of a player for losing out damage in that way, right? You just kind of just pick it up and go play the next game. It hurts a little bit, but you can push through and win the second game and even get the reverse 2-0. Basically, the game's not over till it's over.
It's a Holy Panel here in combination with the Life Aura here on Weenie Whistle. So these Holy Panels are reducing the damage taken a bit, and Thiago tops himself off with this Recovery 300. So both players back up to 1500 HP.
Ooh, okay, so we could beast out into Element for freeze and just straight up Super Vulcan. And there's literally nothing Thiago would be able to do about that, but apparently that's not the option they wanted to go for. Maybe being more wary of using such a powerful option so early, right? So maybe this is the better play.
Yeah, the attack plus 30, generally speaking, is going to be best on that Super Vulcan. It's also good on Risky Honey, but you would want to get at least two sets of bees.
Nice. Nice. This will be a D-cross here, and it lands very nice. Gonna get some bees to follow up on this as well. Oh, and a double! Oh, and because of the super armor, was stuck in this position, gonna have to, oh, the lack of super armor rather, had to eat the rest of those Tomahawk hits. Oh my gosh, what a hand. Wow, what a hand. There's so much damage here. Yeah, I think you want the reverse of that, right? Wow, 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 wow. Just going for it.
Yeah, this is going to be the raw Super Vulcan with the Beast Boost and the White Capsule. That would be 500 damage. And the thing is that at this point, Thiago doesn't have that much HP left.
Here, grab trades here. Yeah, just wait it out. You can live. Oh no, you can't. Wow, that's so much damage.
That Gundel Force is you normally you would be able to live, but with that Gundel Soul running at the same time, that's an extra 480 damage while the Kernel Force is going on.
Maybe you could have mashed out. No, that was it. That was nothing you could have done. But here we go. Game 3.
Can you get it?
Oh, this is the anti-damage. Nice. There's the in the trade. Last man will come out here, but can you avoid this bubble star? I don't think he can. There it is. Can't walk forward either. Stepping up will allow you to get a hit though. Oh, this is gonna be rough timing for Thiago. Maybe if they cross and step forward. No, if you step forward, you're gonna get clipped. You have to step up here. That's the only way you can go.
Yeah, you gotta step up and hope that that conveyor panel takes you out of harm's way quickly enough. But I think really Thiago's gonna have to switch out of charge cross here.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to take this times 2.
Oh, it gets clipped anyway! Oh my gosh. How the area has changed.
Yeah, and you don't pop this slow gauge. You want to get to your next chips and get to the rest of your damage as soon as possible here.
Oh, this is actually a big punish. The lack of super armor means you either cross or beast out in order to regain mobility here, or you're forced to take whatever follow-up this is. Or you could also have, you know, like a TFC, of course. Maybe like life or some kind of defensive chip. And okay, I don't know how you avoid this. You have to beast out to get your super armor back at least. There it is.
Yeah,
okay.
there it is.
Oh,
but it still connects.
That sucks. I'm so sorry, Dia. And gets a follow-up here. Oh, but the life orb is going to be met by this evase man. Oh, just a little too slow on the uptake. Wow, wow. Survival. Survival. Was that the last shot? You have time to step back, though. Oh my gosh. Okay, you have time to step back. You gotta go for it. No, he's flashing, though. He's flashing. That's really bad. How do you deal with the flash? Dang. Maybe go erase? No, that doesn't work either. Dang, you can't go erase. Oh, this is really tough. Yeah, this sequence is actually pretty terrible. You could go for a ×2 finisher with this sweet spot. Okay, step back. Nice. Judge, man. What's the follow-up to this? Oh, the get in the
no,
smart.
that's game. Oh,
Is it though? Is it though? It's not over till it's over. Bees. Bees are in hand. Oh my god. Yo,
boosted.
this is...
Could you do boosted bees?
That would definitely be it. Bees are always the answer. He's not boosting it. What are you saving to 34?
Whoa,
Super Vol-
whoa.
Yes. Yeah. Go back. Go back. It's boosted bees time. No. No. Yeah. Boosted bees. No. This is nerve wracking. Stop it. Just go for boosted bees. Boosted bees into Windwrack.
Oh, wait. I think Diago died from collision damage. I think Diago was deleted by the collision damage right there.
Don't touch me or my personal space. This is my personal space.
Wow. All right. So that was a solid ending right there.
That was really good. That was amazing. Oh my gosh, there was just not much Thea could do in that situation. There was so much to look at and so much to deal with. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that Gundel force almost sealed the deal, but Weenie Whistle managed to cross cancel to get out of it.
And with that, that was the last match. Oh, do you have one more thing to add?
No, that's it. That was our last set of the day, and
all right.
wow.
Well, I would love to say I want to thank the people that donated to us since our previous stream. A huge shout out to the jerk of all trades who, oh man, donated $100, and his message was, this community has been super fun. I love playing this game and everybody's been so nice. Here's to the future tourneys and the growth of the scene. thank you so much for such a generous donation, the Jerk of all trades. We appreciate it. And if you thought this week was rough and the battles were fierce, stay tuned, because next week we continue the round robin stage of the tournament, which is the Blood Moon tournament that we have going on currently, if you didn't notice. And after that, we do have Top Cut, so there's so much more to go through and so much more to see, so definitely stay tuned.
Yeah, one more week of round robins, and then a week of Top Cut right after that to decide the overall winner of Blood Moon. So this tournament is far from over. And if you liked these sets, then we have a lot more coming next week.
For sure. Huge thanks to Player Zero for running the stream for us this week. Thank you so much for that. And a huge shout out to Nerith for joining me on commentating today. That was really nice. Awesome to have you.
Yeah, it was great to have you as well, Sol. And I also want to give a shout out to Salad for all of the work they do for the stream and getting everything set up. So, and of course, to Player Zero for operating the stream.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that does it. So thank you all. Thanks to everyone for tuning in, and thanks for joining us for this week's Blood Moon stream. And I think we'll see you next week.